beamed him down. A single clip was all that was necessary.
And 10 HP on Molsey with the spike.
This is more than winnable. Aaron really slowing down this round as well. Didn't overstep himself.
Bren, the other part to this too is Molsey has a frenzy. That's actually quite difficult to kill Aaron before 10 damage is done. A frenzy v frenzy battle, you normally exchange some damage.
Contact play, does Aaron even realize? Jumping up onto the box, trying to catch an unusual angle, but Molsey missing a shot to the snake bite. Oh my goodness, pushes Molsey away for but a moment. That's a fight, one of
Aaron got this, right?
Aaron moving forwards, making a lot of noise though. Molsey very aware that he's not playing there, but the positioning is known, and now a nade. Pushes him forwards, running down. 65 health for running gun is the play. And 3 kills in a round for the IGL player. Team captain for them.
What a clutch, what a great way to begin. Aaron leaning on that confidence to win a 1v3. The Red Bull clutch coming in there.
Oh, I think
new to the IGL role, but he used to call the defense sides for XZ. And Split was an amazing map for XZ, an amazing map on the defense. Amazing map on the defense side too. So this is comfort zone for Aaron. They're also even playing a comp that looks really similar to stuff that XZ ran in the past. And you look over at Vitality, sure, Bonecold isn't on the Omen anymore, but this is the same comp that Ascend used to run when they were at the top of the world, the best team in the world on Split. Times have changed, metas have changed. And we get to see which team, which player, which IGL's idea comes out today.
It's a bold beginning for Texture. Maybe expecting that he could have gained some control of A main, but pays for that with his life.
Okay, they are rotating.
Does hand over that Spectre as well to Twisted now. So Vitality didn't invest too much into this round, only this, I believe, just the Sheriff seems like across the board, but pushing well players that might be a little bit healthier. And okay, fight being taken, Bonecold, he spotted.
Nice.
Being down there with a wall play.
Fake
Global Esports are going to be aware that this is a fake play into B. Obviously, the side already being taken. SK Rossi going to be hearing all of this, including this plant going down. So now it's up to Global Esports to react in kind and see if they can surround.
It's a very open plant. And also, look at the deliberate cage that Sender put in the middle of the site. I assume this is for Twiston to play around later on in the post.
Amen.
Bit of a kill trip there being played by Sender. What a shot! You've got to be joking. Just absolutely rattling them off one after the other. And there was no trade in sight, yet still, dangerous task ahead. What can they do with a weaponry though? Got to hold this one down. And Neural Theft already revealing the positioning. SK Rossi moving across onto the site, but he has fallen. All down to Aaron once more. One player isolated, but time is running low. And at the back of the site, the crossfire was there.
We got this.
And honestly, just sheer heroics coming out of these Vitality players to just manage to turn that round into their favor.
Oh, it's all Sender, isn't it? He's 6-1 right now.
Rossi is the first Indian player to attend
on the players trying to retake is everything there.
Will be
absolutely
Brazil.
Everything. Sender is incredibly talented. I was watching his games, been watching him for a while. Used to play Breach on a full Lithuanian team, and then he's gone over to play Chamber very recently, and now on the Cypher. He's played a lot. He's mega talented. For my money, he might be the most talented player in the server right now, but people like Texture and people like, Twiston or Molsey will certainly give him a run for his money.
Okay, mid pe, push kar rahe log.
Containment here for Vitality, looking to see if they can punish this play on the Eco. Esports, look at that, just trying to
This will backfire.
Making it incredibly aware.
This will backfire.
Vitality able to just hold these off angles, weakened as well on the players.
And that's rough. Molsey is one away from an ultimate now. And considering that this has been, a weird situation where Vitality win the second round, it actually delays the rifle round by at least one. Right? Because Vitality are now going to, it's going to be round 4 by the time we get a proper clash. And that means that Molsey has an extra round to get a big ultimate online that he can use to turn the tide of that fight. So I think things are starting to look a little worrying here for Global Esports.
Because at this point the round is over.
Considering that they've got 2 Phantoms, a Vandal. This next round, Global need to win it.
Yeah, weaponry's looking quite good. We were building up these players, Josh, as well, in this particular round as well. Sender as a player. Would whiff it a little bit there, but no, eventually containing. But speaking of Salah as well, who was the coach for Vitality, And honestly, it feels
But
like I
it's
haven't been
okay.
able to avoid them. I've just been seeing them every time in at
पहले
breakfast, in the
3-4
elevators. I've just
round
been
it's
always just meeting up with Vitality players and
always
the coach as
luck.
well. But he was saying to me, listen, if you want to sound like a god on the desk,
It's not luck
hype
actually,
up
but
Sender. Because
पहले 3-4
according to
round
their
doesn't
coach, listen, of course he's going to
decide
say
the
this,
entire
but he
match.
said that he's currently playing like the best player in Europe.
Yeah,
It's
His own
actually
words, obviously
7-5.
quite biased.
sounds like he's
mid-game
gassing his
that
own
will
player
decide.
up, but I also think that there's probably a shred of truth to that, because Sender does look fantastic in the run-up in the off-season.
Okay guys, I'm
prior
not
to being
reading
picked up.
chat. अगर कोई है
This is
तो
a
भाई
massive round, though.
Yep.
I'm not
Dash
reading by the way.
across. SK Rossi just hoping to try and take that angle, but Twiston. Oh, look
I
at
don't
this.
think anybody is
Okay, so
watching
this
me,
is
much
but
pace.
okay.
This is going to be a pinch, but I'm not sure they were aware that Aaron was going to use his ult in mid. Obviously now, Aaron and Monya are not in a great spot, but there's no boomboard or really informational tools they can use to help them get inside the pit.
Maybe
So
the plan was for Twiston to try and backstab here because the rest of Vitality have been lurking, creeping and crawling all the way up into B main, and that's going to be Q for the ultimate here. Slow orb at the feet of Multi, and no one is going to be on this site, so thinking a couple of layers ahead here, but despite it mid, that is important. Twiston, he wins it versus Munyet, and he's going to be backing away with his life. Plant starting to go down now.
that's the second time that Monya's
Yeah,
pushed through a
very-
smoke and taken an unfavorable fight.
Okay.
Bazzi, though,
Equal Lilia,
responding, takes down
Bazzi.
Sender, who's been a menace in some of these
Bazzi.
rounds. Twiston is
नहीं
miles
करेगा
away from the
इसको.
action.
One
If
goal,
Global
one goal
Esports
is-
can hurry this one up, but the Sage Walls
Oh,
are just delaying
no.
everything.
Yeah, just a cross section for it, and
ये कैसा बुद्धि है
no one
भाई?
really
थोड़ा
aware of
check
it.
तो कर ले.
Destrin does move over to the other
Okay,
side of the wall, but a
okay,
double
okay.
face there, drop down onto
Okay,
high-low
Dubanda.
setup.
One more, one more.
Destrin had to TP back onto to try and help him
Okay.
out, and Multi will be falling, but time
कितने?
running low
क्या
now, and he did not know
भाई?
where Twiston is. Dash enabled, moves forwards, trying to contest this one in a 1v1, but Aaron, he has to stick it. The percentage play, he needs to try and get half, and it sets up
भाई.
Twiston for the
कोई ना,
easy
कोई ना.
slam dunk
Like I
win.
said, first 4 rounds.
And just think about how different the
Doesn't
round could have
define-
been if Twiston had been dealt with
decide.
and cleared out of
Okay,
ropes
depend.
when they knew he'd gone into there. They were aware that Twiston was somewhere around. Possibly they
Come
thought
on,
he
man.
escaped after he got up
Silly
to heaven,
mistakes.
but I would have thought that Global Esports could keep a better track of the Jet player there.
Exactly,
Interesting
track
pathing
of
from
them.
Vitality early on, and it pays dividends for them in the
बाप रे,
post-plan.
चिल्ला रहे देख. ओ बाप रे.
But now Global Esports are in a pretty horrible position here. Their comp should be great on the defense side, and they're going to be looking down the wrong
on,
end of a
Discord, please.
1-4 beginning, despite the
I'm not
heroics coming out
oh,
from their
shit.
IGL Aaron.
I'm
See a
not.
timeout being taken
Oh, I
now for
am.
Global Esports. Biding their time, seeing if they can cook up anything in particular. Texture is one away from the ultimate, so he's going to be able to get that showstopper, assuming on the other end of this round. Whether by playing for an orb, a kill,
Time out ले लिया.
just dying to
मैं
one of them.
जल्दी.
And the players with the least experience here on Global are SK Rossi and Monya. Right? For SK Rossi, he's been playing a lot domestically, but he hasn't had an opportunity like this on the big stage just yet. And those two players have yet to really get going in this match so far. Sure, there's only been 4 rounds, but both sat at the bottom of the leaderboard, 0 and 4, and Monya's had a couple of weird pushes through a smoke. SK Rossi got caught
ये
out
तो
while he was just
कौन है?
knifing the wall, a
Heats
little
check
bit
करता
unaware.
है.
So maybe these players need to settle into the
Okay,
groove
नहीं.
a little
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
before you
Heats
see
check करता है.
the talent being demonstrated.
What dot
For
exe.
Vitality, I mean, if you
files
smell blood in the
inside
water and you realize that Global are a little shaky to start a match, you got to hammer that home.
Yeah. We'll see if they're going to be pouncing on that opportunity, but so far in this match, what I have been noticing is there's a lot of presence towards A main from Vitality.
I mean,
Yeah,
silly
every emphasis
mistakes
being
कम करना पड़ेगा
played
और
from them
क्या.
where they're just trying to take that A
SK
ramp
Rossi
control, get a
अभी
player
तक
into
proper
position.
gunfights नहीं दिया.
Doesn't seem to be changing things up too much in this round, keeping it
Okay.
simple for them. Paranoia, Twister moves
नहीं
forward,
रे,
the
ये
one and done
क्या
position is
fight ले
checked
रहे
from
लोग?
Aaron. Wicked guns
अबे
obviously
क्या
from them.
fight
Bazzi
ले
just
रहे
trying to play
लोग?
up behind the wall, seeing if he can get anything done, but very well
Oh
executed
my
so
god, ये
far.
लोग नहीं जीतेगा.
And the
ऐसे
defensive
चलेगा
Viper
तो.
wall actually allows Vitality to come in without
class
having to
two
worry
का
about a
बच्चा
lot of
लोग
angles
कैसे
on
करते
A.
हैं?
So Global need to be aware of how
Oh bro.
how best to play these positions.
Punish there, he's trying to
Oh.
take the play. Texture
No.
tries to make the most of this one, but
क्या
again, just
बोले
can't
हम?
withstand that kind of pressure when
क्या
it's up against the
ये
rifles.
play क्या
But he's in the
था?
floor. All right, now here's the important round for Global Esports again. They have massive ultimates to work with, especially textures. And I think setting texture up in A heaven almost guarantees value out of his
Always,
ultimate.
if you're losing
Vitality have
2
not been going for big
players
B bursts.
in
But
the
actually,
first 30
Vitality's comp,
seconds,
one of
not
the
even
big reasons
30,
why this
actually
used
10
to be a
seconds,
meta
10
comp on
15
Split
seconds.
is that it has a lot of
You're
variety
losing the
where you can
round.
play around the map. It's good for
In
bursts
most
on both
cases.
sides, but it can take mid control too.
Retake
However,
hello,
texture's set up in
retake.
B heaven, and it looks like Vitality this time
PRX
are
को
making a
देखो.
play towards mid.
Oh PRX,
They'll
sorry.
just use Sender's cages to apply some pressure over on a ramp, And instead,
Oh, लिया भाई
okay.
अभी पीछे.
Just a
you
bit
find
of
it
raw
first?
spam, yeah, straight through the
Oh,
smokes.
एक तो बंदा है.
Also just trying to lurk up behind it. Trailblazer gets good
Oh,
information, and
Lilia,
there's
yes.
SK Rossi, head taken clean off from Sender. Trying to catch that lurk, but obviously his
Okay,
positioning
मत ले
was known
fight.
prior.
Information ले लिया, एक साथ
Speaking of
fight
heads
ले.
being taken off, Munyet needs to play a bit more carefully there.
Okay.
Paranoia, dash forwards from Twisted,
नहीं
a
होगा.
play to be made
नहीं
from
होगा,
him
ये
perhaps,
फंस
but
गया इसको ले.
he's now stuck in this position, and it's going to be a showstopper. That was a direct hit. What in the Lord's name am I watching?
Boncold's
Eight to.
attempting to create some pressure in
Rhythm
B
मिल
with
रहा
the
है लोग
Sage
को.
wall,
ठीक है.
hoping that it opens up the middle
Oh
of the
my
map.
god, दो बंदा मिस किया. क्या हो रहा है भाई? क्या? What the hell?
No, up close and personal.
मजाक है.
Moments from them. On the side of Globe.
Completely flush out this hit in dying, and with the Sage wall being played, Boncold's attempting to create some pressure in B with this Sage wall, hoping that it opens up the middle of the map, but it hasn't at all. With Sender dying and with the Sage wall being placed from Rossi, the rest of Global Esports can completely flush out this hit in mid.
Yeah, man, they know exactly where Destrin is as well. Pure confidence on the side of Global Esports.
और उसको पता है उधर ही
Unwasted
बंदा.
moments from them. Smoke across the cut. Forwards. Destrino up close and
Oh,
personal.
ले लिया भाई इसके लिए
And there's another punish.
And what a big,
My man,
big round
SK
from
Rossi.
Rossi and Monya, the players that we were waiting
Ganesh
to see
Gangadhar
anything from.
strikes.
0 and 4 coming into this round, and they get 3 kills between them out of the
Ganesh
5.
Gangadhar.
With SK,
That's a good
SK
move.
Rossi using the utility from Bazzi to flush out Sender
अपनी जी
early,
भगवान है.
and then
Moment.
Monya just spamming through the smoke, gets his
Too
first
good.
kill,
क्या लिया बे?
and then playing around the
Spam में
smokes quite
लिया.
nicely, but really like the way that Rossi has picked up the
Three
operator,
headshot.
flushed out Sender, and used the
Too
Sage
good, too
wall,
good.
good utility usage, and good punish.
Good
Otherwise,
punish.
Sender's going to be a menace
सही
over there
बोला.
on A.
एकदम
Absolutely.
चाबुक से
A
फटका.
good adaptation. Getting the operator in his hands. In fact, switching up the positioning as well, because SK Rossi now not playing towards the A ramp area, but that is where the majority of Vitality are. So what is the answer here? A bit of random spam coming through, slow orbs, multi already into the back of the side. He satchels
Okay,
up
side
on top
पे
of the
नहीं है
box
बंदा,
actually.
लेकिन इसको पता है
Holding this
side पे
angle,
कोई
yet
तो
still
होगा.
Aaron anchoring
Have
into
to
the back
move
of the
out.
side. Flash
Okay,
to push
इसको
them
ले
back.
लिया,
And
but
they
ठीक है,
did
good
push
trade.
Aaron out wide.
Good trade, good
It was
trade.
capitalized on by the Vitality players. You can see that Sender have managed to get
ये
themselves
open
in,
है,
and that
open
plant
plant है.
will go
कोई
down.
spam करो भाई
That's
वो angle
unfortunate
को.
because the Viper retake wall is now not going to be
Yes,
active.
sir.
Big clash in ropes.
Yep, Destrian
Ooh,
trying to find his
Fabio,
timing in mid is going to be
Apna-
so important
Ooh.
right now, and he does win it out.
No भाई ये
Stays
कैसा?
alive is going to be causing issues for them, and still holding that close angle. A re-peek, just a little bit too late, and still it has crumbled before their eyes. Operator in the hands of Twisted, and he makes the most of that one.
Man advantage
Yeah,
भी
even
था.
with Destrian finding success, the biggest
Okay,
problem
वो
for
angle,
Global is the trading
higher
there
angle
through
का advantage है.
screens.
A
So
little bit delayed.
Very delayed.
क्यों
And I
क्यों
think that
जैसे
that
क्यों
speaks
भाई?
to how new of a team
Rotate
Global
करो
are.
ना.
And maybe the comms
Information
getting
लो.
flustered in these moments.
But ये
Look, there is just nobody behind
This is
Texture.
this
The next
makes
player
no
is
sense
almost
भाई.
2 seconds later, and it's Rossi swinging with an op. So one of their rightful
ये
players needs to get
क्या
on a line.
क्या कर सकता था उधर?
Okay, operator battle though as we get back into this round happening in B main.
Jump peek to bait.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Obviously
that is quite
someone is
nice.
always
Just to set
there
up SK
भाई.
Rossi onto
वो
that
angle.
angle.
But SK
The
Rossi
most
is
common
in.
angle.
I mean, he's on such a deep
Spammer,
line and he
Free
can't
Fire.
escape. Oh, he's actually using the wall.
Yeah.
That's a little weird because now he needs to reposition and get value out of the operator.
Okay.
Vitality
Sound
are going to be playing quite quickly, so he relies
Sound
on the rest of
beat.
his team here to slow Vitality down.
उसको दिखा, उसको दिखा.
Far seems like the
वो
early
लोग
game plan
mid
of
push कर रहा है,
Global
लोग को
Esports
पता
was
है.
to play heavy
इस
for that
रस्सी को
extremity
पता है.
control.
Oh
Let's credit
no,
this
दो
opening
बंदा
in
है.
mid. You can see
लेकिन
Vitality
पता नहीं
already
कैसे
taking
gun
up
fight
that
लेगा ये लोग.
space. Just
Okay.
exploring. Spike
Lol.
in the hands of Multi.
Lol नहीं है भाई,
Running around,
Mulsi.
seeing if they can force a
Okay,
fight
ये
and
लोग
play to be
rotate कर रहे हैं
made.
back.
They're going to be looking to regroup with the
So
rest of the
much
team now.
control they have,
Wait a
but
second.
side का control
Did-
अपने पास ही है.
Did
Which is
Rossi
just
put a terrible Sage Wall in B main that Bonko
Bruh.
can just jump over? Yeah,
he
he
did. Yeah,
did.
there's a box behind that you can just jump over that.
I didn't realize that he connected it to the box so that you could just jump up. That's an experience on the agent showing there. Obviously, Rossi playing a new role.
Oh no,
Oh,
ये
that's what
shot
you
miss
don't
किया.
expect him to miss. Normally so talented.
And look at this, pressure being applied to just every single
Arey
direction on the map.
yaar.
Oh my word! Stray shot, Bazzi dropped down to 110, spray down, he is low, up in the air, no way! From that kind of range, but Bazzi was weakened.
Aaron का shot से.
He seems to be aware of this play that was
Oh my god,
occurring. There
ये
you
miss
go,
करता
click on
ना.
the head, and there we go, fine.
फालतू
the
है
kill.
भाई. River.
But it is just left up to Aaron, and
Okay.
getting a bit flustered now into this 1v2. Destrian
Oh ये
backs
छोटे.
away again, that kind of patience and discipline. Doesn't want to take the fight, just makes it nice and awkward. not giving any easy 1v1s for Aaron to be able to take to try and win this one.
And now Destrian gets a sound cue as well as Aaron goes up the rope. This is an almost unwinnable situation because Vitality just haven't given Aaron anything to work with.
He's quite aware of where the positioning could be. A bit of spam. Isolate the
Unfortunate.
fight. Yeah, just not wide enough.
Oh,
well,
nice try.
Shorty up close once more.
Nice
I mean,
try.
Tristan was saying,
Oh, bhai.
listen, if you think we've been seeing
have
shorter
to be
kills up until
clinical,
now,
bhai.
wait till you see their
इस
game,
चीज पे
because
अगर
this
clinical
guy,
नहीं हुआ तो
he
खत्म.
makes full usage of that weapon.
Absolutely done
does.
for.
The Shorty in Twistan's hands.
Oh
is
my
a different
god,
weapon.
क्या control
His movement is fantastic too, though. I think that's part
Also
of
wall
what
के
sets
ऊपर
all of
jump
this up.
कैसे किया उन्होंने? Oh
Yeah,
भाई
we're really
क्या है?
seeing-
कैसा
There's
read है?
clearly a game plan coming from Aaron
कोई ना, कोई
about
ना.
how Global
Global
should play their
esports,
defensive
come on
side,
guys.
but it's the small mistakes
Bro,
that are really
defensive
slipping them
map
up.
है.
That's ridiculous. The beat dash in.
Oh my
kill.
god.
But I think in that round in
हम तो
particular,
shorty
it's
use भी
the
नहीं
way that
करता.
Rossi plays
Yes.
the B main
I don't really know
situation
how to
just
use it.
scrambled them a little. If he puts down a better Sage wall and is then able to op in mid on a more aggressive angle, maybe that round goes differently.
भाई mid control है लोग के पास.
It's just
3
been
बंदा
that
इधर,
consistent
4 बंदा इधर
uphill
है
battle
एक.
for Global Esports so far in this half.
And वो लोग
Global
भी
are going for
जाएगा.
a
Of
gamble
course
start
वो
on
लोग
A,
भी
but when you
जाएगा.
don't hear anything
okay though.
early on, I
Retake
don't
खेलना
think
पड़ेगा
it's
आपको.
likely to be an A here because
Fire का
Vitality, when they
retake is
have been ending
pretty
A,
bad.
have been at least taking space, A ramp.
क्या
fairly
read है लोग के
consistently.
पास.
Sender's
use भी नहीं
presumably
पाया.
faked it with the cages, but apart from that, there is nobody home on the B side.
Oh okay.
So the gamble not paying off here.
मैं
Maybe
gamble
that
किया.
easy plan once more for Vitality.
Okay, इधर wall बना देगा बाहर. हाँ. And वो लोग फिर से
Setting
same
themselves up
angle
into
से
this
मारा ना.
position right now for Global Esports,
lose
just
it.
thinking about not giving away
They
too much.
always in garage.
Trying to go down to the spikes so they
Garage
don't give
वाला
away
को
any
लेना
more
पड़ेगा.
ultimates as well would be quite key.
Oh my god.
Sender with his
नहीं
late
रे.
lurk
Oh
position,
ये eco था ये लोग का.
shutting them all down in mid, and there's a re-swing attempt. It looks like Global Esports want to try and fight this into Sender.
The Cypher ult isn't the best one in the world if you have to feed yourself into somebody. But this is going to be a
Take it
very
out.
easy round for Vitality to clean up.
Oh my god ये लोग का एक shot
I
connect
think
नहीं
you
हो रहा
can just
है
see
इससे.
the way that Vitality has been built.
Oh my.
It relies on pre-existing synergies between the players. So they have a bit of a core from Oglu, you know, and then some from Vitality, and
synergy
a
किसी
little
भी
sprinkling of
किसी
Big
भी
on the
बंदा के
top
साथ
as
हो
well.
सकता है.
But they have some
If
players
they
that
have
are
the
familiar with each
connection.
other enough to have a bit of synergy, a bit of chemistry there. And with Global, they are genuinely starting from square one.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be a much more difficult project to get off the floor. And I think that was the concern that everybody had with this team. How much time do they require? When you listen to the players and the staff, they're thinking about multiple seasons, but still wanting to get wins early on.
Yeah, very long-term focus with this Global Esports squad.
Much better Sage Wall in B main from Rossi.
ठीक है.
Not allowing anybody to hop up on top of it. Looks
Krrr,
like the fight might be trying to be taken.
ये
Again, that
कैसे
spam and just
भाई spam का ठीक से.
holding for now. As he moving
Whoa.
forwards inside this Viper's pit,
Does
there's a
he-
timing taken.
does he
know
know?
that they crossed? Okay.
Oh,
Bit of
उसको
whippage there
पता
from
था.
Sender, but did he know that they've been compromised right now towards a ramp? That space was gained. It's a pop flash play.
Oh
Fazzy
nice.
nails the target, but
trade,
Bone Cold was not playing in position for that one, so he does trade it out relatively effectively. And now that resurrected
उसको पता
play,
है,
Aaron is
उसको
being
पता है.
squeezed.
Oh, this
Convergence on either side. Bit of spam there around the corner, and Aaron's been
यार.
caught.
awesome
नहीं
distraction from
रे.
Twisted when Destrian got inside the ult.
ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है.
Can
Backstab आ रहा
Texture
है.
be a playmaker here on the flank?
Yeah. This
Oh,
position was
backstab
flipped all the
आ
way
रहा है.
around. Just as Aaron was being
अबे
squeezed this time,
backs-
it is Texture
ये
coming
लोग
from that late
backstab
flank.
कैसे खा रहे
Players in
हैं?
heaven
मेरे को
knows,
ये
everybody's
समझ
gonna be
नहीं आ
watching
रहा.
for this
How are
one.
they so
You've got to be aware of it,
blind?
surely, that
Come on भाई.
a ramp they could have been playing there. No, Twisting gets away with it for free. The shots just going one after the other. Texture does eventually claim that kill, but
ये have
much to
no
deal with
idea
right
what's
now.
going on.
भाई
retake
क्या
made
हो रहा है
that
भाई
much
ब्लैक
harder.
वर्सेस सिल्वर लॉबी लग रहा है 13
Rossi
वाला
is using
स्प्रे
this
कर रहे हैं
operator and just
Bro, they
unfortunate
have
timing
no
once
idea.
more.
नहीं कॉन्फिडेंस ही नहीं दिख रहा मेरे को
Global
बॉयज में
Esports getting
अरे.
outplayed. Vitality with nice protocols to clear
अरे
out.
ये तो
the
plat
Vitality.
lobby है
लग लगी था
भाई.
पर वो.
To
Plat
Aaron's credit,
lobby.
he's been getting them into good positions. But Vitality are always able to sneak past them
Nice,
or
right.
blast their way through them
नहीं
and then
गधे.
surround them on all sides.
कौन मैसेज कर रहा है?
The raw talent as well is showing.
अबे ये लोग बैकस्टेप खा रहा है कैसे?
16 and 4.
9-3
Sender
कर,
and
I hope
Mossy
so,
also.
9-3
तू दिखा क्या
9-3
किया वो
हुआ
लोग? डिसरिस्पेक्ट, मैसिव
हाँ।
डिसरिस्पेक्ट।
Global esports players currently.
अरे तब
13-0।
से कर रहे हैं ना ये लोग,
See a bit more
पूरा
resistance.
कॉन्फिडेंस से खेल रहे हैं।
Okay, what is this? Double updraft play from Twisted.
अरे ये लोग का शॉट्स कनेक्ट नहीं हो रहा है। ओह नो,
Sage wall updraft.
ये कैसा एंगल है बे?
No plays.
ओह वेस्ट हो गया इसका।
Yeah, could have got his head taken off, but
तू
no.
लोग कहाँ है
That's actually
अभी?
another
Timer?
Ascend classic being called from
Timer?
All the way back in the day.
I've seen
11 round 123 122
मैं 55 पे हूँ।
So
55
desperate
because
times
मेरा
here
वो
for
हो गया
Global
ना।
Esports.
अरे
Get
बीच में
something else on the
इंटरनेट का
board.
थोड़ा
It's like half by
मैं
round.
स्ट्रीम कर
देता हूँ फिर।
Three is that
मैं स्ट्रीम कर
सर
देता हूँ।
एक्चुअली आई एम स्ट्रीमिंग
so far
on
on the
YouTube.
defense side of Split. It's not
Oh.
looking too good.
हाँ ठीक है सर।
They need a miracle here.
तो
Really.
हम लाइव कर रहे हैं फिर।
The poor weaponry, even a 4-8 half.
अच्छा फर्स्ट किल
ट्विटर पे कोडिश ना तो नेट सामने से कर देना।
It's unbelievable
Oh,
all the
huh,
time
true.
in there. Brutal for Monye. Is he even?
ओ
PC
भाई
will do
they
it,
are
but-
no not aware भाई।
And they've just concentrated all the way up
इनको
behind.
पता ही नहीं क्या
Sure
चल
they
रहा
just
है।
heard Munya drop or what, but yeah, as
अरे
he goes to reclear
बोले
it,
ये
was
पहला
just so
मैप है आराम से
unaware.
खेलो। ये किसका मैप
That
पिक है?
SK Rossi's only
Oh
got
my
the Bucky.
god पता नहीं
And
किसका
it's,
मैप है।
I mean, just full patience.
वाइटैलिटी का है क्या? देख के
Really,
तो
really
वाइटैलिटी का ही
well
लग रहा है, कोई
played by
स्टैट्स ही
Vitality,
नहीं
how
दिख रहा
slowly they
है
were
इनका।
playing that one. Not willing to give anything away.
of course अपना अपना
That is
आईजीएल
a
को
prime game in flawless.
फटका दिया।
Vitality currently so.
चलो यार एक राउंड जीतना है
और ये
boys।
डिफेंसिव मैप है।
We've actually seen
Come
Split
on.
be somewhat attack
That's the
sided.
thing I'm worried. But ये अपडेट के बाद
Areas of the map at
there's
once, but
balanced ही है मैप
Esports just to try and
basically।
deny control.
A पे attack is very
A
nice,
lot of
B पे
areas of the map
defense
at
is
once,
very
but
nice।
I still think it's
Vitality just
defensive।
contact up through this, and there's going to be that paranoia.
मैप का छोटो ना था
Lovely play
डिफेंसिव
to
मन।
deny that one. Multi, the satchels will
Nice
take.
shot.
That was nice, but he does
Sam,
take
Sam,
down
Sam.
on the high ground. and
Molly.
despite the fact the bone code was vulnerable, he wins out that engagement.
अरे यार अरे
He's going to be giving him a lot of information that the players have found their way onto the site now. But just containing.
SK come on SK
Falling close now below into hell. He's going to be taking first contact.
do
for them.
this।
Veering up his angles. Is it going to be cleared? Not quite well enough.
मुनियत
Where's
मारा।
the second player there? Peaks. Oh, perfect
But-
timing though from
nice shot.
Texture.
Yeah, these
Picks up
timings.
Sender in mid.
A very nice final round now. Texture does have the ult, but he rips it out at just the
Chalo,
wrong
let's go.
time. Destrin finding that one, still one player left alive. Destrin, you cannot give him this one, but the swing is just
9-3
perfection.
curse।
Munya will claim the round for his team and get
किधर है तू?
Three curse hype train.
9-3 हुआ।
This is
9-3
looking like
हुआ
a
ना? हाँ।
brutal beginning to
डिफ्यूज हो
Split.
रहा है। हाँ ये डिफ्यूज।
20 kills from Twisted. And something makes me
Three-
think
three
it's going to
stream
slow
consist
down in the
नहीं
next
हाँ
Yeah,
YouTube
this
पे?
is, a hell of an open.
दहाचे ना तो ऑनलाइन थे आबार प्राइवेट कर रखी।
Like this.
प्राइवेट कर रखी।
Global Esports
लिंक मैंने
have to really pull up the
Link
bootstraps
on
as we
link
head
वाले
into that
रखते।
second half because
लिंक
it's going to get more
only।
difficult from here. But
मैंने
that's
है
going to
ना
do it for
unlisted
first half. But
जाकी
it's
बोले।
Mabel send it down to the desk to break it all down.
How do I do this? Unlisted,
Thank you so
oh
much,
unlisted.
fellas. And
Private.
there you can see, I mean, Twistin, what a showing from him in the
Steve.
first half there, dropping 20. But I think it's safe to say here, Mimi, like Vitality,
Copy
the
video
fundamentals,
वाला।
everything that you could want to have in this squad, it's working.
Yeah, it really is working fantastically.
Karuta
for
में
this
भेज
team.
रहा है।
That first half to me felt like kind of a gap between
तो
formation
मैं
for
live
these
देखा
two
भेजा रहा था
squads.
पैसे
And as we look
सब
back on one of those rounds, what I was especially impressed with were some of the
Default
gameplay
करे
that
रख
Dom
दो।
Duelist comp. They start this
Auto
one off with
default.
Twisted
Very good.
diving into heaven, finding this weird timing. to
Unlisted
get
पे
the
better
defense,
करना
and
चाहिए।
he
You
goes
can
back
like
and
check out your
seems to
settings
be
and all।
a bit
ये
of a
देखे।
blunder from Monye. He
Then
actually
you
falls to
public
the
करो
ground,
bullish ना।
back
पहले
into his own
दहाई
But
ना
I
तो
will
channel
say,
like-
मतलब
reactivates
save तो हो
himself
जाए ना।
and is ready to push back around again as his team is holding on.
कौन
to
रे
it.
वही bot था कि
Pushing
जब
a little bit close on this one. Some of these players find some big kills, but Twisted again.
उनकी माना
Very
कि
late
हॉबी
in this
किसो?
round, come back,
don't think-
comes back in and manages.
I mean-
to
हमारा aim up था तो
देख।
aim up था I think they'll bring it to 13-10
Like, a
हमारा
lot of
हाँ
ideas
अगर
we
वो
were seeing
उतना
in the
लाएगा
second
ना
half.
कॉन्फिडेंस हो जाएगा लोग।
पहले I think second map they can win really knockout ना
हाँ knockout
Yeah, but then, you know, also a
VCT
push
क्या
to the
है?
side, though, I mean,
लिखते से रहता है।
you gotta give the moment to
ED11
Avery.
Lol
He needs
Rossi.
to just show up and clutch in those real pivotal moments. Seth.
Sure, he has, and he has been the kind of the pillar for this team. We're talking about him. He is the veteran. He's the one that has that international experience. but it needs to be more spread out amongst the rest of the roster here, because right now he's the only one in the spotlight. Everybody else left out in the shadows. He needs to be able to guide them to a strong attacking half. It's 9-3. It's definitely been comfortable, but it definitely feels bad going in with that scoreline after starting off the defending side.
Yeah, on split, that is a difficult scoreline to come back from. We need a better pistol round from them. We need them to not rely on A-Ring. This is going to be difficult.
Yeah, it is going to be one important challenge for GE to climb their way back into this game. But with Aaron on the call, hey, anything is possible. Let's see what happens. Send it back over to Brennan's side.
वो लोग नहीं आएगा.
क्या आशा तो नहीं.
Anything could be possible.
पांडा तो respond नहीं
Always in
किया
the
अभी
hands of the players of Global Esports to see if they can mount that comeback. But so far, one major obstacle has been standing in their way, and that is the duelist players of Vitality. Twiston and Molson putting up an amazing performance, and it was Twiston who said in the interview series we did, that little pre-tape, that their team doesn't have any star players, but might be weaving a different tale possibly on the other end of this series.
Yeah, I think the Vitality players, it's definitely a dark horse team, but they may become
skill by
लोग का stats है, full stats है
Global
लोग का.
Esports with a big engagement. They go past Destria.
ले ले
Nice position, and they do take the fight with the players and making sure that the spacing is good.
ओ दिखा इसको.
Winning this one out, still Morsi tries to make the play there.
Nice
Every
shot.
single bullet in the clip being used.
Nice shot.
Off the shots from the Sheriff. Let's get that one, still texture.
Nice try, nice
Working
try.
position, the double faces, they all drop down, the classic right clicks. Definitely working out for them, and they know where the final player is. Twiston, he's got the most to do.
मत ले फिर से.
Named as the Sheriff.
Hello.
Now just waiting.
Hello.
See if Global Esports will give him an easy
Oh
kill.
my
Finds the
God.
first stun, and that swing is just ever so slightly delayed, but luckily
AR-35 में जाके
still
कॉप
found
कर रहा था मैं.
regardless.
India finally.
Really good trading.
इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे Valorant खेलता है.
India finally on the stage.
दिनेश गंगाधर.
ब्राजील में खेल रहा
मतलब दो
है.
ही इंडियन है पर
हाँ
एक
चौधरी
है.
है. एक बंगाली है.
बस
इसके अलावा ये लाइटनिंग फास्ट का नहीं खिला रहा.
So,
oh such.
a pretty
It's
drilled
sad,
pistol round
but
actually coming out from Global
Huh?
Esports. Gives me a little more confidence.
500k prize pool है.
ओ देख
डॉलर.
Make sure that after winning the pistol, they
हाँ,
don't immediately fall for the Sheriffs.
फ्रेंचाइज लीग आया है ना, तो सारे रीजन का.
shitty knife. That shitty knife. I know. It's like Xeno Hunter knife का animation and fucking champions वाला हो रहा.
ट्रायंगल पिक बैठा है, देख रहा है?
Just how they want to play this one, because
वो जो बोला था, नटी ने जो बोला था, ट्रायंगल पिक.
Ponzi scheme है.
Ponzi scheme मेरे अपना कॉलेज में बहुत चलता है.
अबे नहीं रे क्या हो रहा है मेरा.
भूल गया था.
Now you see that satchel play. Boombot clears a lot of these angles, and it's up to Aaron to see if he can pull down one angle, and he doesn't. There's no one going to be getting him out with any stray plays.
खेलेगा क्या?
अबे नहीं
Twiston
रे.
ठीक है वो खेलेगा
get
तो.
a bit of an upgrade in the form of that Sheriff, so
Nice try, nice try.
it's been dealt with, but the site should
We
be
still
relatively
4v3
well
boys.
for Global Esports to get this
नहीं,
plan down.
एरिन.
Need to
नहीं.
deny,
He
actually.
never,
That's
he
gonna be
never,
Oh,
he
bounded,
never.
and you got to be
He
joking.
would
नहीं रे.
never. Oh, nice net.
Safe
Oh
hands from Rossi.
no.
Send it
अबे यार.
My word, you got to be kidding me.
This
Oh
Vitality
my God,
team is
Sender.
so cracked with the Sheriffs.
Oh no.
Rossi को
So
सीधा
many
कर देते हुए.
opportunities,
भाई ये
and
क्या?
they're just making the most of it. One after the other, isolated
One
down to that
नहीं.
1v1 sender. He's Lodo, has to nail the shot, and nail it,
Good.
he does.
यार मैकेनिक्स है लोग
दिया
का.
दो हेडशॉट एक को
And
बॉडी
it
शॉट
is
से
just
मारा
a
है.
repeat of that
Sender.
first
सिर्फ
half.
हेड मारा ये लोग
Sender
Global
sends
Esports, they
Global
win the
Esports
pistol
to
round
India.
and immediately lose it to the
ग्लोबल
Sheriff
स्पोर्ट्स को
purchase.
वापस ग्लोबल से लोकल कर देंगे.
Tragic.
माय
Local
गॉड
esports
क्या
बना दिया.
मार
से
रहे
मिल
हैं.
गया इसको.
Global Esports.
भाई शरीफ से देखा वो दूसरा वाले का शॉट जो घूम के मारा.
With a great
Sheriff.
वो फ्लैक्टर लेके जो रॉसी नहीं
और
बैठा
ये
था.
लोग
वो
दुलिस्ट है
but they just
नेचुरली.
can't compete with this.
ये
हाँ,
क्या
सारे
एंगल.
सारे
I
duelists
mean,
हैं.
look at that. These shots are absurd.
नहीं रे ये तू देखा ना कैसे कैसे एम लिया. वॉल पे था उसका वो. वॉल पे.
हाँ.
हाँ, प्रीएम तो.
प्रीएम था वो. उसको अज्यूम किया वहाँ पे कहाँ पे खड़ा होगा जब वो रुकेगा.
हर जगह तो प्रीएम ही करते हैं.
Something to be said as well about
स्पेक्टर है. रन एंड गन करो.
much more
I will use this cam now.
obviously focus much more on the trading the team.
मैं तो वो
नहीं
कौन सा
बॉम्ब
मैप है?
बाहर है. वो लोग वैसा एंगल क्यों खेलेगा.
और ये वाला क्लासिक तेरे को अच्छा
So
लगता है ना.
annoying to deal with on an eco round for global. It takes
Better has been unfortunately
just to
9
get rid of
pocket.
it and have any semblance
Love
of
to buy it full price if you ever want
You've
to
got
buy
a
it.
nice
अभी
camera
मरेगा
that helps
मोनियत.
ये
control
कैसा
around, get a bit of
स्किन.
information or even set up trap plays.
Oh no.
Just Missing Destrin as he was peeking for that information. Sent out that
Hey,
paranoid.
लोग कुछ भी नहीं करेगा because they were blind.
रमजान में आए हो क्या?
Vitality are swarming it now with the rest of the
रमजान
players,
में
making sure that
उसका
they
स्ट्रीम
contain
चल रहा है
They have
देखिए
no clue.
हाँ,
स्ट्रीम कर रहा है।
They don't control any area of the map, and Global Esports
स्ट्रीम कर रहे हो क्या? मैं तो YouTube में देख रहा था।
they need a sheriff pick.
Oh no, you look gosh.
once more.
My God, aim.
Gonna be found there just from a stray peek.
They're just winning aim battle and
I
फिर
believe Spike was dropped down to the floor as well.
क्या होता है? Tactics.
Confidence put
Oh,
सब
भाई,
चीज में जीत रहे हैं That's just
Let us to stream का stream watch party कर रहा है।
Clearing this, that is a
Oh,
whiff
God.
though, and the
That's
players
what they
do
need.
clean up, and there is the capitalization.
नहीं होगा।
Dropping down, a little bit inaccurate with the aim, yet
Gunfights
still
भी
Mulsi
superior
will
से, इन लोग का
nail the
tactics
shots
भी
and clean up
superior.
the remaining players.
It's too bad.
ये
Yeah,
लोग
Global
like
found themselves
superior
an
in
opportunity,
general
but
है
again,
Oh
just
my
no
God.
coordination
Vitality
on how they get this
Ah.
done.
Vitality
There's
भाई
stuff that needs to be drilled, and they'll get there over time. But for now, Global are really
SK Rossi
struggling
खेल रहा है
to
रे
get that second player
मस्त
in
KD
there
है
with
इसका
texture.
almost 0.33
Utility for texture to be favored. I mean, look,
अरे
there's
और
3,
कोच क्या
4
बोल रहा है?
seconds
कोच
before
है
the
तो ये
next
लोग
player
का।
swings there.
है तो
No utility to help.
कोच अभी कुछ नहीं बोल सकता ना
I
बस
feel like
टाइम
they've
आउट
been
टाइम आउट में बोल
ब्रेक्स
सकते
या टाइम आउट पे बोल सकता
बस
है
टाइम आउट बस टैक्टिकल टाइम आउट
वो अच्छा
हाफ के
सिर्फ
बीच में
time.
नहीं कर सकता
हाँ तो
वो वाइपर कौन है जी का
Afforded to Global Esports
हाँ,
to stay in
एरिन
this
Aaron.
नॉर्थ अमेरिका का
वो एक तो ना वो किया 1v1 1v2 क्लच किया है पर वही
अरे वो
Canadian
एक्सेट
है।
में था नॉर्थ अमेरिका का चैंपियन
एक सेट पे था वो एक सेट पे
ये
खेलता
लोग बहुत अनलिमिटेड रश कर रहे हैं लग ही नहीं रहा कि इनका वो है कोई मतलब
अरे हम बोला था ना कि साला वो नहीं है लाइटनिंग फास्ट नहीं है कौन बोल रहा था
अरे लाइटनिंग बस है खिला नहीं रहे उसको
हाँ
7
वही
लोग का टीम
मैंने
सात लोग है भाई टोटल
हाँ हाँ
चौधरी
वही तो
चौधरी
बोल
तो
रहा है।
चौधरी तो
हाँ
और
चौधरी
बोलते हैं, उसको भी नहीं खिलाएगा बोला था इसके रॉसी को भी नहीं खिलाएगा बोल रहा था लेकिन
वो बंदा
रॉकेट लॉन्चर को देख
अरे ऑस्ट्रेलिया का बंदा का प्रॉब्लम है तो वो चला गया इसलिए रॉसी खेल रहा है
वो लोग को पता ही नहीं है
नहीं खेल रहा था
टाइमिंग पकड़ा है वो लोग अब है नहीं
आगे भी
रे
रॉसी डुएलिस्ट प्रेफरेबल रोल है ना
गनफाइट
उसका
बहुत वीक है
वो उसको रखा है डुएलिस्ट में रिप्लेस करने के
ये लोग
लिए
कॉन्फिडेंटली खेल ही नहीं रहा
तो दूसरा वाला बंदा होता तो वो तेज खेलता था
लेकिन 4 राउंड से निकला पहला मैप है
हाँ पहला है
नहीं रे क्या फाइट है
ये पहली बार खेल रहे हैं लोग 5 एक साथ
मैं मॉडरेट ही नहीं कर रहा आजकल आई मस्ट मॉडरेट हार्डर
So far in the tournament, EMEA is a region that's
क्या
been
बोल
in
रहे हैं?
shambles other than Na'Vi.
वही तो कोई कुछ बोल नहीं रहा इसलिए
This
तो मेरे को
Vitality
मॉडरेट
team,
करना पड़ेगा
definitely a dark horse. Looking pretty excellent here though, in terms of the raw talent
future
and the way that they understand the map. So far, at Lock-in, it's been APAC taking names, but this one is definitely going the opposite way.
नहीं भाई चल रहा है
क्या बोल रहा हूँ रंजन लाइक करते हैं लाइक
Brutal here for Global Esports.
एक लाइक और है
मैंने लाइक
they're
किया
just
है
losing gun battles or tactics भी निकल रहे हैं hopefully this is vitality का map है
VIT
VIT
Valorant Institute of Technology
खेलता है रे वेलोर
oh my god that was disappointing too easy दिखा रहा देख Cinder साल ओ नहीं bone cold है ना हाँ bone cold है
चलो सेकंड बार में निकालेंगे बॉयज कैन डू दिस
Not at all.
ये है लास्ट 2 यूरोपियन फैन
इतना cringe
Spoon feeding
ये
to
Europeans इतना cringe
मेरी तो नहीं है
But that was also Global Esports pick. That was their map. That's where Aaron feels comfortable. And I don't think the macro game plans
Absolutely no
are
crowd
honestly
भाई
that bad.
नहीं है
but it all
भाई,
came
कौन
down to
देखने
the
आएगा?
details. The devil is in the details.
fans ही नहीं है
And
अभी लाइटिंग फर्स्ट को खिलाओ क्या ही
अभी
करोगे
ये ब्राजीलियन टीम होता तो देखता
Let's go Global लेट्स गो
लाउड का फैंस है भाई मैच भी
अरे
नहीं
ये
है वो
उनके
लोग का
लिए अर्ली मैच है ना आफ्टरनून वाला मैच है ये
देख 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 ये गन फाइट भी हार गया because they did not
आएंगे।
clear देख सिंपल वो ये कैसे बैठ के खेल रहे हैं
That's how we do. मैंने एक को देखा था जो नहीं है एक पैर एकदम मतलब चेयर पे रख के अपना नी पे अपना सर रख के ऐसे खेल रहा था वो।
ये कैसे खेलता है
नी पे
कोई?
सर रख के
ऐसे करके
भक्त वो that is too much. There is no
अरे
way.
whatever you're comfortable in ना, तू घर में जैसे खेलता है वैसे।
नी किधर?
नी को चेयर पे रख के like your knees up like right under your chin।
ओके ओ अच्छा हम मेरे को क्या लगा पता है?
वो वाला रेस्टिंग योर चिन बोलना, सर रख के बोल रहा है, मेरे को लगा सर नीचे रख के चिन कैसे लगेगा।
मेरे को क्या लगा पता है? वो पैर होता है ना गला पे पीछे रख के खेलना।
वो क्यों करेगा? वो योगा करते Kratos also sometimes says crazy stuff।
नहीं भाई, किसी को क्या होता है आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स थिंकिंग करना है ना, ऐसा थिंकिंग होता है।
एकदम फिजिकली डरा देगा अपोनेंट को वैसे बैठ के, गर्दन 270 डिग्री घुमा के आई एम वाचिंग यू ऐसे करके बोलेगा। खेलेगा क्या कोई?
फिर एक राउंड में पूरा
मेरे को ग्लोबल का देख के डिप्रेशन हो रहा है हल्का सा।
गोल्ड स्पोर्ट्स
गांडू स्पोर्ट्स जैसा खेल रहा है, नॉट इवन गोना लाई।
गोल्ड
मैं लिटरली आज
ये नो बैड वर्ड्स। नहीं
अगर वाइटलिटी हमारे सामने था हम
होता तो
जीरो
थोड़ा
आते
देता,
ठीक
वो तो
है।
है।
एटलीस्ट दे आर प्लेइंग भाई, एटलीस्ट दे आर प्लेइंग। अरे 2022 में वो लोग फर्स्ट आया अपना रीजन में।
कौन?
वाइटलिटी।
हाँ उनका उसमें
टिल्ट कर रहा है, मेक
हाँ,
रूम फॉर मोर
टियर 2 में
हाँ बट स्टिल
वाला नहीं
रैंक
है।
1 करना है।
अरे टीम भी ये नहीं था, खाली बस बोनकोल था, बाकी सब नए हैं।
और बोनकोल ही तो वो है ना आईजीएल है तो।
हाँ बोनकोल चैंपियंस है
ट्वीट करना भी
2021
शुरू
का।
कर दिया है टीम वाइटलिटी।
हाँ कर सकते हैं।
करने दे भाई, समझ नहीं आता मेरे को।
हार्ड से बहुत मजा आएगा जब 3-2 जब
वोयला लिख रहा है
ग्लोबल।
वोयला लिख रहा है
2-1 बेस्ट ऑफ 3
बेस्ट ऑफ
3 है।
बेस्ट ऑफ 3
यही डिसाइड है। कौन सा है मेरे को मैप।
सेकंड टीम क्या है? फीफा अल्टीमेट टीम है क्या? फुट
नहीं फुटबॉल लिस्ट है कुछ है उनका पूरा वर्क करना।
क्या वैलोरेंट से नहीं आता? फीफा टीम को वैलोरेंट में डाल दिया बोल के कि हियर।
ये लोग भी टियर 2 में थे लास्ट टाइम, वाइटलिटी एंड इनका फाइनल होता। ये तो पूरा वही टीम उठा के लगा दिया है, कोई नया प्लेयर नहीं खरीदा।
इन 6 टीम्स में बेस्ट टीम होगा ना वाइटलिटी?
नहीं 100 थीव्स है।
100 थीव्स अच्छा है,
बहुत अच्छा है।
वो लोग का तो $30 मिलियन कंपाउंड का वीडियो देख के मेरे को लगा कि मानो ये लोग गेमिंग को भी जेल बना रहे हैं फन एक्टिविटी।
ईडीजी चाइनीज टीम है, वो भी अच्छा है। आरआर क्यों पता नहीं कैसे होगा। एफयू फुट
नॉर्थ कोरियन वैलोरेंट टीम आ जाए ना, क्या इंसेन होगा। यहाँ पे हेडशॉट मिस किया, वहाँ पे हेडशॉट खाया।
ये लोग नहीं चलेगा भाई वाइटलिटी।
डोंट पीक एन ऑफ, सामने देखा कि बिल्डिंग के ऊपर से स्नाइपर है
जैसे डीआरएक्स पीआरएक्स
फर्स्ट गेम आउट हो गया,
डीआरएक्स आउट हो गया तो डीआरएक्स ही आउट किया रे। हरामी है
नहीं
रे।
डीआरएक्स कहां, C9 ने आउट किया।
नहीं
C9 ने आउट किया है।
हाँ बदला लिया ना, बदला लिया ना।
हाँ डीआरएक्स ने बदला लिया ना। बाय बाय बोला ना।
किसके और टैलेंट के साथ खेला डीआरएक्स, टैलेंट को भेज दिया।
हाँ टैलेंट को बात रहा है।
अरे ये क्या है मतलब नॉकआउट स्टेजेस है क्या? मतलब हारेगा तो चला जाएगा?
सिंगल एलिमिनेशन है।
हारेगा तो
हारेगा तो घर लास्ट चांस नहीं होगा।
नहीं अरे ये बस स्टार्टिंग का टूर्नामेंट है, जो जितने फ्रेंचाइज टीम्स हुआ है ना, फ्रेंचाइज लीग शुरू हो रहा है तो सारे फ्रेंचाइज टीम्स को इंट्रोड्यूस करने के लिए एक इंटरनेशनल लैन हो रहा है। 32 टीम्स आए हैं, हर एक टीम एक मैच खेलेगा। फाइनल जो जीतेगा उनके रीजन को एक एक्स्ट्रा स्लॉट मिलेगा लीग में। मास्टर्स में भाई
स्पेसिफिक
दिस इज नथिंग। अरे टीम्स को एंटी स्टार्ट कोई करके आया ही नहीं है, क्योंकि पता ही नहीं है क्या कौन क्या खेलेगा। सब तो नए टीम्स है ना, किसी का स्टार्ट वो
अभी सेंटिनल्स फिर 100 थीव्स ये लोग को देखा ही नहीं हम लोग।
अरे उनका भी टीम सब चेंज हो गया है।
सेंटिनल्स का तो 10 छोड़ के कोई भी नहीं है वो
टीम। 10 और वो है ना,
वो अभी भी है क्या अपना?
हां कौन
6 है, 6th मैन
6th मैन बन गया वो। क्लच
कौन
गॉड
सेंसिक?
हां सेंसिक आया था पोस्ट आया था सेंसिक 6
वो अपना सिक का मतलब बदल दिया। पहले था सिक, अबे बीमार
सिक हो गया वो।
अबे अभी बीमार हो गया वो।
उनका
भाई
और एक तो
लेकिन
ये टेंस है। हाँ उन्होंने एक्सेट का एक प्लेयर उठाया है जैकन ड्यूलिस्ट
जैकन लिया
ये।
ना।
हाँ और लाउड का पैनकाडा एंड सैसी को लिया है
सही है।
वैलोरेंट चैंपियंस 2022 का
हाँ
प्रो
लाउड
प्लेयर।
टीम भी स्ट्रांग है लेकिन
और एक्सेट का कोच को भी ले गया वो लोग। खरीद
लाउड
दिया भाई।
क्या बोलता है डीआरएक्स लाउड को पेल सकता है।
कोई भी किसी को पेल सकता है
नहीं नहीं
हाँ
डीआरएक्स इज
बट
टू गुड। डीआरएक्स का पोस्ट
डीआरएक्स
प्लान
है
देखना तू। पोस्ट प्लान
डिसिप्लिन है डीआरएक्स का पोस्ट प्लान में भाई।
और फिर वो भी
खड़े
रीटेक भी
रहते हैं
देखना।
एक जगह।
रीटेक रीटेक से ज्यादा उन लोग का वो अच्छा है पोस्ट प्लांट।
हाँ
इतना एक्यूरेसी के साथ खेलते हैं ना ये लोग बाप रे। क्लाउड 9 का तो घर भेज दिया भाई कैसे उफ मजा आ गया रे।
13-2 दिया उनको भाई
मजा आ
फ्रैक्चर
गया रे।
में आइस
वैनिटी के
बॉक्स
ऊपर
में।
इतना गुस्सा था ना मेरा।
कोई नहीं चिल्लाया कि सेट द होम सेट द
नियरेस्ट एयरपोर्ट है रे ने।
लो
छी 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 क्या एंगल खेल रहा था वो। छे
लो पंजा
हार गया जी।
एक तो हार
एक
गया
एक
दूसरा
मैप हार रहा
बाकी है।
है दूसरा
ये
मैप देखते
13-0 करके जल्दी इंडिया वापस आ जाए।
हाँ भाई आ जाएगा भाई इंडिया में ही है ये लोग खाली।
नहीं ब्राजील में तो
अरे इंडिया में खाली जीतता है
हैं
भाई।
इंडिया में
अब वो तो इंडियन प्लेयर्स लेके जीत रहे थे कि अभी
ये लोग
क्या
क्या
पता
लिख
अभी
रहा
और
है
हारेंगे
इधर इंडियन से
यूरोपियन
बहुत
प्लेयर्स।
चैट पे
इतना
पूरा
थिंग्स ही
इंडियंस है नीचे
रॉसी
नीचे
गॉड
रॉसी
विथ
एक
यू
किल किया लिख रहा था रॉसी
तेज
ग्रेटर देन
डिफ
मेसी
तेज
वो
डिफ
तो
कुछ
अरे
किया
रॉसी
नहीं
ग्रेटर
भाई
देन
वैसे।
मेसी दिख रहा था
इंडिया
ओपोनेंट
ई
में सेज
स्पोर्ट्स
नहीं था सेज डिफ।
अपोनेंट में सेज ही नहीं है
नहीं नहीं अपना 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 सीज का बात कर रहे हैं रॉसी का
अरे
बात नहीं
हाँ
कर
वही ओपोनेंट में सेज ही नहीं है ना तो फिर भी
डिफ
सेज
खुद
डिफ
के
हो
साथ
रहा
ही डिफ हो रहा है उसका
है। तो था शायद ओपोनेंट में भाई,
हम्म,
पता ही नहीं।
था
नहीं है
था
सिटी वॉल किया था याद है
हाँ
मेरे को
2
था
वॉल किया था।
ओ भाई
जीई फाइटिंग कुणाल गणवीर
उनका
जीत
भाई
जाएगा
टैगलाइन है।
जल्दी भाई।
उनका टैगलाइन है जी फाइटिंग।
ई राम कौन बोला रे ये
उनका
GANDU
सीईओ
ई
अभी
स्पोर्ट्स
अभी सिक्स
कौन बोला था
अभी सिक्स में
ये टर्म कौन कॉइन किया GANDU ई स्पोर्ट्स
वो मैंने थोड़ी देर पहले बोला था
तू बोला
काट
था
हुई
ना
चाट
साला इधर
चाट का
ट्रेन
स्कैम हो रहा
ट्रेन
है।
कर रहे थे।
क्या मैंने काट उस पे थोड़ी बोला इट्स जस्ट दैट इंडियन ह्यूमर इज
हटाओ
शिट
मॉडरेटर को हटाओ।
इंडियन ओ भाई
अभी
इसका
एमलेप्स
कीबोर्ड
कर रहा
देख
है।
इसका कीबोर्ड देख
अभी एमलेप कर रहा है ये बंदा।
क्या ही होगा अभी अभी करके क्या ही होगा।
देख 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 अभी
मॉनिटर के
थर्ड
नीचे चला गया उंगली ना लग जाए ऊपर
थर्ड मैप पे 12-4 होंगे ये लोग
100
तब
की लगाएगा 100 की लगाएगा देख।
जीत का खुशी में भाई।
सारे प्रो प्लेयर्स 100 के मारते थे ऑलमोस्ट।
हाँ अपना
मिस
अपना
कर ओ
रेंजी
क्या
भी
मिस
मारता
किया
है।
क्या बीच में रंजन
हाँ
तो
वो
है
भी
ही
तो
रे
प्रो है।
प्रो 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 क्या बोलता है इसको जुआरी
सिर्फ हम लोग उसका एंकर है। We won't
we're
let you
holding
go
holding
कौन है
him back
रॉसी?
रंजन
ओ
नहीं नहीं
रॉसी
हाँ रॉसी है
रॉसी
नहीं होगा
ओ
इस बार 1 लाख
रॉसी रॉसी
ये
क्या
It's
राम
good.
कर रहा है?
रंजन तेरे से अच्छा करता है रे रॉसी। I'm kidding वो अपना वो है।
actually not even kidding 80k
नहीं
की
नहीं
होने
हाँ
वाले
हाइड कर रहा है नहीं नहीं वो 1 लाख
नहीं नहीं
मारता
होगा
है
80k
वो खुद
होगा
भी 1 लाख
barely
मारता है। I'm pretty
85 हुआ
sure
barely
85 हुआ
80
वो
85 हुआ।
1 लाख मारता
ओ
है।
नेक्स्ट में पर्ल है
गाइस
फक हार गए
गाइस
ये
डोंट
लोग।
किल मी
जीजी गाइस
हम
जीजी।
भी
I
इंडियन ही
think
है।
split G का पिक था
गणेश गंगाधर
वाइटलिटी
इज
ने
माय
अगर पर्ल पिक किया है मतलब वो
फेवरेट
लोग
प्लेयर।
बना क्या है स्टार्ट।
ओके दे
जी
आर
का तो
प्लानिंग।
फेवरेट मैप तो वो है तो भाई एसेंट है तो ये लोग क्यों वो पिक किया?
split था
ओए
G का
ओए
पिक
एसेंट कब
ये
था
बंदा वर्ड
स्क्वाड चेंज हो
वर्ड
गया।
डॉट
एसेंट
exe
पहले
ढूंढेगा।
एसेंट बैन किया अपना
ना
बंदा
ना
लोग
उसका फेवरेट मैप वो है ना
था
जी का
एसेंट हाँ
एसेंट
हाँ
है।
मैप
एसेंट।
बैन किया है जी खुद
अरे एसेंट था उनका फेवरेट पिक यार
अभी
जब
नहीं
इंडिया में खेल रहे थे जब दूसरा टीम
ब्रीज क्या
था।
हो गया अभी बंद है क्या
हाँ
ब्रीज?
ब्रीज
ब्रीज
नहीं
और
है
बाइंड आउट है
वरना तो ब्रीज लेते ये लोग
इसके
पक्का
रॉसी
लेते। जेट ले ले रोसी बहुत हो गया।
लास्ट मैप लोटस है
क्या हो गया? खेलना है?
हाँ खेलना तो है बट 6-7 लोग यहाँ पे जाते हैं
छह सात का
हम नहीं खेलेगा खेल लेते हैं।
स्ट्रीम कर दे फिर
क्या स्ट्रीम करे
हमारा गेम प्ले
हमारा गेम प्ले
नो
स्ट्रीम
थैंक
कर
यू
दे।
ये लोग का देख के हजम कर लेगा आज।
अरे तेरे को तो
अभी
तू
अभी
डर रहा है भाई, तू मेरा गेम प्ले देख के डर
अभी
जाएगा।
फ्लैट
You'll be
लेवल
like,
देख
what? He's playing better than SK Rossi. How does he do it?
अभी
Oh my
फ्लैट
God
लेवल
भाई,
देख रहा है फिर
ये लोग
गोल्ड
को
लेवल भी
कैंसिल कर
देखेगा।
देगा रे इंडियंस, हम बोल रहे हैं। नो कैप। और देखो कैसे बैठ के खेल रहे हैं।
उसका गर्दन is in a different universe.
ब्रेन
उसका
एंड
गर्दन
साइड सो
उसका गर्दन अलग plane of existence पे चला गया है, 90 डिग्री घूमते को।
আমার ক্যামেরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি আর আমি স্ট্রিম করছি।
He's a floating head, auntie. He does not have a body below his shoulder.
गोबर स्पोर्ट्स।
हाँ। फिर देखा एक राउंड जीतेगा रॉसी 2 किल लेगा, बोलेगा रॉसी ग्रेटर देन मेसी।
क्या ही बोलता रे, प्लीज विन जी बोलता रे। ठीक है भाई, जीत जाएगा भाई तेरा लिए।
ओ
इसलिए तो वो मैसेज पढ़ा है
फन
कि
मैप
रॉसी
फन
को
मैप
बच्चा का याद आने लगा।
He's just happy with the
जी,
job.
हाँ ये
IT
VIT का पिक है
ये लाइनअप देख ले।
Content for their whole career chasing
हाँ,
that.
ठीक है भाई।
भाई
ये रैंडम थ्रो था।
हाँ
He's back.
रैंडम थ्रो क्या बोलते हैं। हाँ
वो ले लिया भाई फर्स्ट राउंड अपना।
It's exactly what they're
रुक जा
going to
भाई।
do. Fights being taken this time. The players to
Come
back
on,
them up.
oh,
भाई।
Down there from Texture, going to be wary because he knows he's just again
Texture
lurking
भाई
his way
मार
through,
यार।
but finally to back him
क्या
up.
कर रहा है
ये
ये
लोग का
कॉलिंग
शेरिफ तो
Twisted
क्रेजी
players.
थे।
Weakened up, in fact.
ट्विस्टन
Munyet would die to just one shot to the body with the sheriff.
नहीं ये
in this
लोग
match
पिक नहीं
right
करेगा,
now.
ओवर पिक नहीं
So you
करेगा।
need to be relatively careful
क्या
here.
ही नाम रखते हैं, ट्विस्ट।
You have a crossfire set up.
Cannot
Some
overpick
back and
this.
balls. Util's going to be
Cross
bleeding away
placement
that
देख के
time. The horn
Mhm.
pushes him back just to the corner.
Oh,
Gonna
nice
find
shot.
The angle that won't be available to him. So Global Esports once again, similar tale to what we saw.
Come on guys, come on.
Previous
ये
map.
लोग बहुत ज्यादा वो खेल रहे हैं पैसे।
ये हारा तो इन लोग घर चला जाएगा
Now gonna
रे।
be, can they
ये तो देखते ही
continue
फिरेगा।
that? Can they actually convert it
एक
into
मैच
another
देख
round
लिया
on
और
the
एक
back of it?
देखने से क्या ही।
Global might be the team with the highest possible win rate in the tournament to go home in the first round. I mean, they
ये
need
कहाँ
to be
पे
able
भाई?
to
Come on,
build
don't
back
go.
this. They've won 3 out of
ब्राजील
3
पे रहो।
pistols. Surely,
इस कारण से तो
surely
नूब चाहिए
this is
इसमें।
not going to be heartbreaking.
तुम अपना मतलब गोट स्ट्रेट है KO फेड
I think
और
they're
डबल
gonna be
इनिशिएटर एस्ट्रा KJ और वो
A Vitality have
उता
gone for a
था,
gamble
सिटी
stack
पट्टी।
and the Sheriffs are
बोलिश।
opposite side of the map
Oh.
completely.
ये कैसा नाइफ थ्रो
मेरे आवड़े दिया लेवल
No,
की
don't overthink. Surely Global Esports are not overcooking it. I
No.
think this is just going to
Overcooking
be an
it.
ace play.
स्नाइप डॉज कर लिया ना।
They're taking their time early on to set
नहीं
up
हाँ
A
डॉज किया
in A
भाई
main.
रैंडम नाइफ फेंकेगा तो डॉज कर ही लेगा ना।
The knife from Multi did
हाँ मिड से
Full
फेंका
of
ए
random.
मेन।
very late over towards
B
A
main, sorry.
Expected a bit of that presence, but no, this time the Global
Oh no
Esports
sorry
players
ए मेन। क्या
लिंक
बोल रहा
कार्ड में कोई नहीं है भाई, क्या क्या कर रहे हैं लोग।
हूँ। ओके ओके मेन पे हो सकता है तो ओ नहीं मेन उसके
नहीं
पास
है भाई,
कंट्रोल है
main
मेन
पे
कंट्रोल
नहीं,
है।
इसलिए तो फेंका।
हाँ मेन कंट्रोल है।
बी स्टैक कर रहे थे वो लोग।
We saw the
मॉलसी
retake just
टाइमिंग
so
निकाल
many
सकता है पर
opportunities where
ये लोग
Global
कार्ड
gave
का
them
पुश।
नहीं नहीं
Christian
सभी
आ
बाहर
रहा
है
है
सभी
back
बाहर है
playing offside.
और ये लोग के पास वो नहीं है।
I think this does
भाई
favour the
सब बाहर खेल
Spectres
रहे हैं भाई,
system.
पांचों जन बाहर खेल
And
रहे
the
हैं।
Global
वाह,
Esports players are
Retake
so
करेगा ये
clumped
लोग।
up.
वो लोग को पता है 3 बंदे ही बाहर है।
Surely.
आ गया भाई, तीन तीन का इनको आ गया भाई।
Yeah, so the knife there not going to be tagging onto the Asher player.
ओके बाहर गया इसको वेट किया।
Moves
Rossi
forward,
Rossi
losing a couple of players. Now to C's also claiming one of the targets there, sticking up
Bobby!
the defuse. Does he get half?
ला
Not
ला
sure.
ला
No, he
ला
doesn't.
ला।
रॉसी
Tonight down
रॉसी
at least,
थ्रोइंग
the
रॉसी
span
थ्रोइंग।
through. This game
ले
is
उसको
a
ले।
little bit all over the place.
यार।
To have
मजा आ
no
गया
way,
भाई,
not
मजा
a
आ
shot
गया।
in hell, but time
Oh lovely।
too low for him to make the most
खेला
out of it
बे।
again. So
Oh my
क्या ही
god that
पटका
was
मारा
so
रे, क्या ही
just about
पटका
scraped
मारा
through
रे।
and claimed that round, but Global
माँ
Esports,
का
it's an
सब।
expensive one
टेंडर
for
ने
them to
क्या
win.
ही मारा वो पेड़ पे।
They're going to give the Global
Pro
Esports
कर रहा है
CEO an
Rossi।
aneurysm.
भाई बंदा लोग गन खरीदा
Rossi
था।
throwing।
Second rounds are absurd.
देता भाई।
The decision from Rossi to push the smoke when Munyet had
Phantom
already used his
Bulldog।
pull. There is no chance that anyone is on the
क्या ही
strike there.
चलाता रे
And it's,
भाई।
again, the small details.
और ये लोग का मैप है रे आई थिंक पर
Losable for Global,
और
but
तक
all
पता
right.
ही होता है।
स्टैट्स
और
काम कर
VIT
रहा
का
है
है।
स्टैट्स काम
कल
कर
कल
रहा है।
VIT का है।
So
जी
this is
था
not a
जी का
bonus
था।
round. This is just a
But
straight up
VIT का है।
rifle v rifle round in round 3.
Oh my
Everything on the
god।
line.
हाँ।
Whoever loses this, drop back down.
देख
to
देख
Ego.
ये शॉट भी लेगा ये लोग ले लेगा एक बंदा
ये
को।
वाला कौन सा VLT है? फॉरेन का,
So much
फॉरेन का
importance
VLT
now.
है।
हाँ हाँ यूरोपियन।
Global Esports not
वाइटलिटी
missing around, are they?
फ्रेंच और
But on that util
ओ
through,
ये भी
I
तोड़
think
दिया
they
भाई
removed, though.
और मेरे को देखना
Put a stop
तोड़ते
here
हुए।
to Global Esports trying to exec into this one because
Twisted
it's a little bit
and
slow and it
Matra
affords
Twisted.
Twisted the right time to strike.
Rossi
What a flash
out.
through. Almost the entirety of the
अरे
opposing team just blind to that one, dashing through to the side.
स्पॉइलर दे दिया।
Smokes being
Oh,
watched
yeah,
for
bye.
Twisted.
He's
You
just feeling it.
absolute animal.
He's just
3
feeling
kills
it।
claimed, but Bazzi will answer back, but he's left in this 1v2.
Oh, partner, Rossi hater but Bazzi lover.
बाजी ले लेगा इसको. अबे नहीं रे.
Bazzi को वो ना ले.
Doesn't give him an easy
Unlucky.
time. Trying to hunt him down.
Nice turn.
तो
भाई नहीं दादा. तो भाई नहीं.
रॉसी खाता भी खोला है क्या भाई ये मैप में?
नहीं, रॉसी असिस्ट का खाता खोला है बैडली.
हम तो खाली देख रहे मर रहा है भाई आगे जाते जाते.
रॉसी क्या लिया? देखा भी नहीं.
क्यों
खेल रहा है भाई?
ड्रॉप पाई थी.
ये लाइनअप कौन सिखा रहा है तेरे को? रॉसी तो सिखा रहा है.
ये क्या है? ये मॉल्स
भी
कर रहा है
वीडियो
ना?
में सिखा है ये.
एमएन पे और कौन?
ये मॉल्स कर रहा है लाइनअप.
अपना
वो दूसरा लाइनअप कर रहा है जैसे लग रहा है अभी भाई YouTube से सीखा है भाई.
हो भी सकता है क्या पता.
So push down to that eco
ओ भाई ये तो पुश किया लॉन्ग. ये लॉन्ग पुश कर रहा है. ये लॉन्ग पुश कर रहा है. वो भी ट्विस्टन.
They're playing for that heavy A main control, just trying to grab some orbs, get some ults online potentially for the next one.
ठीक है.
बैकस्टेप के लिए कुछ नहीं है रे.
Hunting for the fight.
Push 10 come on.
पांडा रॉसी हेटर है क्या?
हारेगा रे. पीछे देख भाई रॉसी.
क्या खेल रहा है भाई हम लोग जी. वो देख रहा है.
Normally,
he knows.
Frowned upon.
Oh no.
फॉरेन प्लेयर लोग को
वो लोग को पता है दोनों बंदा मिलके ये लोग को पिंसर करेगा.
ये तो इंडियन है.
खत्म. बोला था
तो ना लाइटनिंग फास्ट भी तो है ना. कहाँ गया
वो 7-6 मैन है.
नहीं खेल रहा.
उसी लिए तो हार रहा है.
खिला नहीं रहे उसको.
So 2-2 going to be that scoreline early on here.
लाइटनिंग फास्ट को खिलाना चाहिए था.
खिला सकता है बीच में. सबका
बीच में नहीं खिला सकता. मैप के बीच में खिला सकता था.
ओ मतलब ये मैप जीतना पड़ेगा अगर
लाइटनिंग. अगर ये जीता तो सेंस नहीं बनता. लाइटनिंग फास्ट करना.
बाजीगर हो गया भाई बाजीगर. रॉसी खाता खोला है भाई.
अभी तो खाता खोला है ये.
दोनों किए हो एक किल में भाई. सही है भाई.
सब फैंटम ही चलाता है ना.
हाँ स्क्रीन भी फैंटम चलाना शुरू कर दिया भाई. वो भी क्राउचर स्प्रे करता है आजकल.
मैं तो वही नहीं समझा कि
क्रिस्टियन लेगा एक
ये लोग
लेगा तो जरूर. गया रॉसी अब.
अगर नीचे अभी पिक करना रॉसी.
उसको कैसे टाइमिंग पता है?
अभी पिक कर.
नहीं अभी नहीं.
उसको बस वो एक्सरे वाला मॉड नहीं है. होता तो अभी होता दूसरा फॉर सेकंड.
नो ये चेक कर ये एंगल चेक कर.
Valorant में है तो फॉर सेकंड.
He was holding the angle. The crosshair placement was good, but does not get the kill.
इसीलिए भाई
Down to 10 health. Someone yet survives.
ठीक है भाई.
ठीक है वो नहीं बोन को ले दे.
Vitality at the seams is what it feels like, and now it's on Twiston. What can he do?
Oh भाई.
Ego peek there with the operator through that smoke. Gets the one kill. Horn gonna be spotting out Multi. Drops down nade, but yet none the wiser.
कितना जन है? 3v3.
Rossi is here. He's gone all the way through B on the world's
ओ
longest
भाई ये
flank.
पीछे क्यों देख रहा है ट्विस्टन?
Yeah, he's watching for it. Seems to be just aware that this could
मालूम है
be
भाई. मालूम है भाई.
angles being watched.
ओह टाइमिंग है.
टाइमिंग है
लेकिन उसके लिए प्लांट नहीं है ना. अगर इधर एडिन कुछ नहीं करता.
इसके रॉसी गोट.
Oh
my god.
He's a strong gun, but it won't save him.
God क्या
Another line up there from Vitality.
बच गया भाई. बच गया. बच गया.
क्या टाइमिंग मिला भाई
I was
इसको.
worried this flank would be
चैट
either
अब
way
देखना
too
पड़ेगा
long
चैट.
or
रॉसी गॉड लिख देगा भाई.
रॉसी गॉड भाई रॉसी लेट्स गो ब्रो लेट्स गो सब लेट्स गो बोल रहे हैं.
got red like that.
उनके जेट के पास कुछ चल रहा
भाई अब तो लिख दे भाई.
लकी रॉसी.
क्या टाइमिंग निकाला रे.
So back and forth.
ये सारे लाइनअप्स देख लो.
Fast play with the blade.
कि हाफ शील्ड है. रॉसी ज्यादा आगे नहीं जाने का.
Take this A main control.
दूसरा है कोरियन जेट जा.
टेक्सचर्स ग्लिच ऑफ.
Vitality making it difficult for them to commit onto this.
पुश नहीं करेगा ये लोग. पुश नहीं
सैंडम का बेस्ट
करेगा.
पार्ट ये है कि स्मोक के थ्रू आराम से स्पैम कर सकता है.
यस.
That is great work.
रॉसी का कॉन्फिडेंस आ गया अभी. पूरा पिक कर रहा है.
To SK Rossi's ult.
गार्ड में दम आ गया
He was
एकदम.
prepped.
चुलमुल हो रहा है.
What he wanted to do. Read the play and countered it.
25 लाइट शील्ड लिया इधर ऐसा नहीं था
ऐसा नहीं था अनफॉर्चुनेटली
use that prowler to reclaim.
the roster as I like to call them
लास्ट मैच जीता ना वो लोग, ऐसा कहाँ से आएगा इतना सारा?
ओके ये लोग को पता है अभी ये लोग इधर आएगा
केजे का सेटअप है, इसके पास ड्राफ्ट भी नहीं है।
नाइस नहीं ट्विस्टन से मत मारना, ट्विस्टन को ले।
हाँ,
टाइमिंग
टाइमिंग
निकाला भाई।
What a timing to take one yet.
Oh नहीं
Ahead of sender. Swinging through.
Of course.
Just not good
फ्लैश कर, केओ फ्लैश कर भाई।
They try to take the fight, but they will all
भाई
fall.
केओ फ्लैश।
Absolute masterclass in his performance.
भाई
Again, it's just those little
2 राउंड
errors
उधर
that
खेला
define
सेम
that
जगह,
Global
सेम जगह से मेरा
Esports allowed him to sail away with a round win.
एक बार भी फ्लश नहीं किया वो
ऑफ कोर्स भाई ऑफ कोर्स।
फ्लैश खत्म हो गया होगा, एक लिया होगा।
वो डॉट डॉट मतलब एक है ना
क्यों लेके क्यों खेल रहा है रॉसी?
उसको डुएलिस्ट को बात नहीं अभी
अरे डुएलिस्ट नहीं देंगे उसको।
चार डुएलिस्ट प्लेयर है भाई।
Of course you're playing. You've just got to be kidding me. There's another one.
Of course.
Of
course.
Collateral after collateral.
चलो यार हम वैलोरेंट खेलते हैं इससे।
It's an
बेटा तो लग में
understatement.
दादा ट्विस्टर के किल दो।
Yeah, it was an eco round.
टेंशन ना जा जा
Even still.
गालो लगाते हैं बहुत देख लिया
Honestly, for Global
ट्विस्टर
Esports.
को लगा टू इजी।
क्या रे
ट्विस्टर को एम भी नहीं करना पड़ रहा, वो लोग उसके क्रॉसर में आ रहे हैं।
Honestly, it feels like
वहाँ पे क्या
नहीं चलेगा भाई, ट्विस्टेड नहीं चलेगा,
how I achieved that.
समझ ले तू।
ये लोग क्या हंस रहे हैं?
उधर बिना यूटिलाइज कर क्यों पिक किया भाई?
इको था, वो लोग सोचा नहीं होगा कि वहाँ पे ऑफ लगा था।
मिड करता है भाई, एक साइड रश भी करता तब समझ में आता मिड क्यों कर रहा है?
एमेन ओए भाई इसका लक बहुत अच्छा है यार, जापनी ओ नाइस
हाँ बी भागा, स्ट्रेट भी भागा।
कोई ना स्पोर्ट्स यू कैन डू दिस।
अभी भी हारा नहीं है।
डोंट मेक इट इजी फॉर देम बस, और क्या ही बोले हम।
ले ले केजे को ले ले।
Flying through. That's going to be a prowler up close.
बहुत टाइम लगा रहा है, उनको पता चल
And
जाएगा।
they know that this is going to get value.
ओ लिया
Because Bone Cold had cleared out the whole of A. However, Bone Cold running into
लेट्स गो ए जाओ ए
This is
जाओ।
the way kind of ratty place I like.
ओके अभी पुश कर सकते हैं ये लोग। नाइस।
Lockdown used ever so slightly later, so yeah.
कितना डिटेंड है?
They're in
जीरो।
on this side, but there was
अबे वो
space
तोड़
back of
नुबरे,
four. Somebody's
उधर ही तो
break
मर
this
जाएगा
turret. Texture just being
और उधर एंगल भी
down to
था।
no health at all, but players are
यार एक गोली लगाते हैं बॉट को, मेरे को annoying लग रहा है।
They know the lockdown.
no back horse control, and that's
false
an
clear
immediate
नहीं हुआ
punish
अभी
from that
तक।
one. Just on a heaven position. It was up for a free
देखा।
shot, but it just
Support
about
ही नहीं
missed
है
this
भाई,
one. How are
support
they
ही
going to be able to
नहीं
get
है
this
भाई।
plant down?
लोडू जैसा
They
खेल
haven't
रहे हैं
cleared
लोग।
these players out
सब
of back
डर के
lines
खेल रहे
again.
हैं,
Just
सब
single
डर
it's
के
to
खेल
it,
रहे
and
हैं, साइड
Destrin,
में मार
he's got this flank timing.
This
No
is
one's
why
got
this
it.
is why you
So many
play
gaps in the play. Just like that, picked apart.
भाई
Munya
इतना हाई
Star
लेवल
has
में
the
खेल
pull,
रहा है,
can
इतना डर
disrupt
के
this
खेल रहा
one,
है ये
but
लोग।
so much to do for
ये
him.
लोग
Good timing.
literal silver versus
Smoked
platinum
away,
भी
but
लग
that's
रहा
going
है।
to dissipate, and it's all on this.
हाँ, बहुत
Don't know
डर
where
के
he is. What timing
खेल
can he
रहा है।
take? Buys his time, has to hit the shots, reset one
Wait,
at the end,
wait.
but it's just being stuck.
हाथ पैदा है।
साले
And
ओ
Twiston
घुमा के मारा है वो।
hitting the no scope after someone tries to shorty him.
Yeah.
How dare you shorty Twiston?
गोली खत्म हो गया।
50
नो स्कोप मारा वो।
and Global Esports
नॉस्कोप में तो हर बार ऊपर ही जाता है
round
गोली।
again.
फिर भी
The gap that Destrian exploits
ये गेम में नो
is
स्कोप
perfect. He
लगना।
got into this position because he
कोई ना।
अभी
slunk his way
अभी 8
straight
राउंड
on the
जीत
flank
गए लोग।
through B link. So while Bone Cold ran through spawn,
अभी इकोनॉमी
डर के
रीसेट हो
खेल रहा
रहा
है
है।
साइड में, इतना
managed to
डर
wiggle
के
his way
खेल रहा है
through the
ये
shop
साइड।
area. And he knew that Monya wasn't watching it.
उसके आसपास भी नहीं था मतलब क्रॉस है, फिर भी मर गया वो। आज यार
Also,
ट्विस्टन का दिन
Vitality
है।
doing such a good
This
job
is
of just
bad.
using all of the holds. Right?
कॉन्फिडेंस चढ़ गया है
और
बस।
कोई ना
It's one thing
जो
to
भी
go
मार रहा है
through
लग
that's
रहा है।
making mistakes, but Vitality are getting the punish every
अब
time.
बहुत डर के खेल रहा है रे हम लोग का जी, तो क्या क्या कर रहा है ऐसा?
एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है ना इतना हाई लेवल पे।
साथ में भी नहीं खेला है ना, इनका सिनर्जी नहीं है।
Of course, Global Esports knocked down to the
वो
weaker
तो दिख रहा
by.
है क्लियर।
कुछ मिरेकल टाइप का करना पड़ेगा, एक राउंड निकाल मतलब किसी को हीरो बनना पड़ेगा।
If they can regain their kind of footing, but
क्या हो गया हम लोग का
So far,
इंडिया
obviously,
का प्लेयर क्या हो गया? वो लोग भरोसा नहीं है
distance
क्या हम लोग
between
इंडियन
these
प्लेयर
rounds
का
now
ऊपर?
5-3 being that scoreline.
भरोसा है, देख रहा है भरोसा वाला कैसा खेल रहा है।
Could be done.
yeah, there's obviously chances back into
Renzi
this
का है
map
Renzi.
and chances back into this
No
series.
idea. हारी का आवाज है मेरे को.
Especially if their players were feeling the nerves and that impacted the game and they can get over it.
They get flash
Through, wants quite good, lands into the back of the side, but ever so slightly mistimed.
Nice,
Okay, Texture, let's see what you can do.
मार
Nice shot.
टेक्सचर मार
क्यों किया लड़ू? रॉसी यार.
देख भाई रॉसी हग रहा है भाई पूरा हग दिया भाई उसको.
Down quite low.
Renzi वहाँ से तो kill होना चाहिए था.
Oh, Frenzy, just not enough bullets.
Nice, nice.
Go round था गुडी को.
अरे रॉसी को उसको लेना.
रॉसी वहाँ जाके
It's an opportunity to
करके
get the
बैठ गया
momentum
भाई क्या
back
कर रहा है?
and put around on the ball.
Thousand spread?
You'll still be able to buy next time.
और एक डिंग भी
Cosmic
नहीं
Divide
मारो.
can be massive. I mean, we've seen teams
कोई ना
just
लास्ट
pop
गेम
Cosmic
से अभी
Divide
तक
from
अच्छा
B,
गया है
go for
6-3
the
He
plants,
is
pop
not
them
an
in the
easy
box,
operator.
play post plants off the back of that.
और उसका
Okay,
ability
so
is
घरा
बहुत
तो
basic
घरा के
ability.
प्रैक्टिस
It's about
करना
how
भाई.
they navigate the space and make it so the Vitality aren't just stacking the side of the map that they want
अभी
to
It's like
play.
economy
fighting
reset तो
against
है.
superpowers.
Vitality are looking like they want to fight really heavily over B here.
This feels like a hard read almost.
भाई हम लोग का भी तो
See the
सुपर
extra
पावर ही
balls
तो है
available.
भाई. इंडिया का सुपर पावर लोग ही तो है ये
Be
लोग.
giving them
नहीं
easy
हम
access to
एजेंट का बात कर रहे हैं.
offside there of B main.
उनका क्या अभी तो 11-8 पे है
And the brutal thing
हाँ तो
about
वो
this,
डिफेंस
Brent,
में है
is
ना.
that
हम वो लोग को
if
kills
Twiston
feed कर
scares
रहे
them
हैं.
away from B, look what Destrian's got for them on A. He's just sat in secret with an Odin,
Yeah.
waiting to deny the plan.
With a turret covering his head.
Yeah.
I mean, the setup is just so well
अभी
thought out
टेक्सचर
right now.
मरेगा.
Alarm bot's going to give all the information for Sender to know that they are
क्या ये एंगल
working their way
होल्ड कर
through
रहा है रे
art.
भाई.
Salah
वो ऐसा एंगल पकड़ा है कि उसको काउंटर स्पैम करे तो बॉट उसको
हाँ,
बोल
वो लोग
देगा.
सिर्फ
सर पे कोई-
दो बंदा साइड होल्ड कर रहा है, दो बंदा मिड
Close though. That
एंड
should
एक
push them back
साइड
off that corner,
बी
but
पे.
they haven't broken
वो
the alarm
ट्विस्टन
bot.
का उससे डर गया ना ये लोग.
Full
Twiston
knowledge
का
of the
ऑफ
game now.
आवाज
Vitality
करके.
know that nobody's committed off the
और
back of
देख
that.
कैसे
You are
कमिट
right.
कर रहा है. तीन बंदा चार बंदा.
अब देखना अब घड़ी में जैसे 30 सेकंड होगा तब जरा रश करेगा उसके बाद सब मर जाएगा साला.
Fill in the gaps.
That's a good
नहीं
knife,
मिड
though.
पुश कर गए लोग आई
Let's
थिंक.
deactivate that alarm, but the players
ओ
are
लेकिन
just
इधर
again fill up the
अबे
pieces.
ये बंदा है.
Holding this one.
ट्विस्टन कम
Flash
ऑन.
and Nightfall.
फिर से लगेगा
Just
भाई
pushing
मल्टी.
back.
नाइस टाइमिंग.
Absolutely go Blaze. Follows
Yes.
it up with a pop flash. but
Come on,
not just
enter,
a
enter.
blind
और इसको
flash.
देख,
Seems like now
backstab देख.
Volkod needs to be the difference
Backstab
maker.
देख.
Because Vitality have dropped like flies,
yeah.
and his timing
Oh,
is
oh,
absolutely everything,
oh.
but the shot's just too not to
Nice
land still.
one what.
Nice, और एक है.
SK Rossi, does he expect it to be a second player? The answer is no.
Let's go,
Position,
Rossi.
a bit of spam there with
अरे
the
और एक
Odin.
था
This does
भाई.
reveal his position. Left down
एक हेवन
to a
एक बी में
2v4.
हो गया तो
Double
मतलब
swing
मिड
there, and a weapon just not good
आ गया
enough
तो
for
भाई
that job.
इनको.
मिड वाला भी तो 6 HP है.
That's what we've been missing.
नहीं
Oh,
नहीं
nice.
सेंटर है ना, सेंटर है भाई, सेंटर है.
Well played, 6-4. Not too
Nice.
More than
shabby.
anything else.
6
I like the pathing from Global
six
there. I
हो
think
जाएगा.
they
Six
found a
करो.
really nice opening through B
फिर
lane.
डिफेंस में
But
निकाल
what
कर
ये
दे
is
रहा
अपना
हूँ.
नाइफ
Flashing
को
with
वो
his
क्यों नहीं किया,
knife
अपग्रेड क्यों
out,
नहीं किया
running
इसका?
through the smoke.
Yeah, I don't know.
पैसे
That's
नहीं
a
है.
major blunder, and so far,
अरे नहीं रे ये
all
लोग
of
को
the
तो
unforced
Developer
errors
दे
are
देता है ना?
really
देता
supposed to
है अलग अलग
नहीं
account
नहीं
देता है
नहीं
ये
first
लोग.
round where
सब
we've
उनका
really seen
पर्सनल अकाउंट
Vitality
यूज कर रहे हैं.
make a
नहीं
play.
फिर भी
होता है,
डेवलपर
इनका
दे
भी
देता
personal
है
account,
थिंक.
मेरे हिसाब से.
But you got to give credit. The utility
क्योंकि
pressure
ये
from Global
वो
was
नहीं है ना,
great as they
tier
went
1
through
टूर्नामेंट
B
नहीं है
lane.
तो.
They
ये
pushed
tier
Twisted
1 है.
away.
भाई मेजर है.
राइट
मेजर
Can they
लगा था
string
मेजर
together
नहीं नहीं नहीं
this
मेजर
one
नहीं है,
opportunity
क्वालिफायर
into a
नहीं है,
decent half
बस
here?
tier
They
1 है.
still have this cosmic
Riot-
divide. A B site here would be
राइट ने
nice.
राइट ही
I
कर
think
रहा है
Sender's
टूर्नामेंट.
got the read.
हाँ वो तो कर लेते
He's got nano swarms in the common
इतना यहाँ
plant
पे
spots
भाई
on mid.
एडूड आ रहा है, यहाँ गाना वाना बज रहा है
Oh,
भाई
nice, very nice.
खोलते ही.
Really getting off onto the two
ब्राजील का
players there,
गाना
so
बज
it
रहा है.
presses them and it pushes them
tier
back.
1 है बट वो है
बिलोंग नहीं जा रहा है, यूटिलिटी डंप कर रहा है वो
इसका
लोग.
कुछ मैच तो नहीं है.
Destrian has already
Like
been
trophy
confident
नहीं मिलने
enough to
वाला.
just poke his head
वो
around A
मोनियर
main.
इधर
जो
ही बैठा
मिलेगा
है.
वो
यहाँ से जो भी
And
सेलेक्ट होगा
there's
उसके लिए
4
क्वालिफाई
players
हो
already
जाएगा
on the
ना
B side.
उसके लिए.
उस रीजन नहीं नहीं
More of a spread
उस
play.
रीजन को एक
कोरिया
एक्स्ट्रा
में
स्लॉट
तो
मिलेगा.
टोक्यो में ना
ए लॉन्ग पे एक बंदा.
On the map.
नहीं भाई
टोक्यो में
नहीं.
मास्टर में उस रीजन को एक एक्स्ट्रा स्लॉट मिलेगा.
क्रिस्टियन इज टू गुड.
उस टीम को नहीं मिलेगा, उस रीजन को मिलेगा. उस रीजन का टीम जीतेगा.
ओके ये लोग फिर से बिलोंग जा रहा है.
Okay, so now actually, Global cutting a bit of
अभी
noise.
टाइमिंग मिल जाए बस एरन का.
offering the
अरे
tiniest
एक रीजन को
of
जीतना पड़ेगा
noises
ना
and
तब.
pressure in mid.
हाँ
पता है
DRX
मिड
तो है
पे
ना.
बंदा
A
है.
little bit.
पेपर एक्स
Okay.
Not enough.
Where surely
Hey,
because
Pepper
of
is
the
out.
position close to the
Out
corner
again.
center.
ओ
there.
भाई
It's
ये
like a
कॉमन
utility
एंगल
चला.
चेक नहीं
Usually
किया ना,
there's a siege that
खत्म.
accompanies this push. Lassie does have it available.
Dead
They just push
भाई.
forwards. Shorty's in
shorty
their
लेके-
hands. Right up in the air, inaccurate, still finding the kill.
Oh, 1-8 भाई.
But a
1-8
moment now,
गुस्सा हो
you're
गया.
kidding me. You gotta be kidding
मार रहा
me!
है
Oh my goodness. Weakening the
अभी
players,
ये
still
जाएगा
they answer back and into the back of the halls. It's just a
इस
fight
टाइम
being taken. SK Rossi winning it out and just claim
Abhi
that
bhi
area of the map
4v2.
for them. Down to Destrian. What can he do
backstab
here? It's Anybody going to be watching for?
Oh, timing निकाल.
Behind the box, just
हम लोग देख रहे हैं
waiting it
इसलिए
out.
हम लोग के लिए
A lot
easy
of
है
fights he
timing.
needs to try and take, but with all that pressure, there's no way. Good swing timing from Aaron though, but
1v2. Oh, 1v2 अपना. लेकिन एक
Tristan
तो
is running out of time. Exchange there for the rifle. Has one
Lord
more
Kumar.
ऑपरेटर है भाई.
tags on
Oh,
to
then
it.
takes
Well,
one.
dropped down a bit of random spam. Finds the first kill, but he did not get half on this defuse. Dash enabled. Aaron sticking all the way through, and oh my goodness, almost making the play, but salvaged in the end.
Oh, Aaron है ना. North American player.
An incredibly close round, but I think
Too
Global
good.
Esports has done a great
बहुत
job
OP है
there.
अभी.
Their ability to get into
खेल
the
रहे
site
भाई.
and use the cosmic divide to get
उठा लेगा
into a
भाई
favorable
उसको बड़ा
post plan,
Oh,
I like that. They're finally being able
थोड़ा
to string a
लगता वो
couple of rounds together, and this is already a good half. 5 rounds on the
Good
board.
play,
If
well
they can
played.
push it to 6,
6-5,
they're really starting to apply the
respectable.
pressure to vitality.
well played.
And you're seeing the players get a bit more confident. They're waking up.
Eraser है भाई उसका
Waking up
नाम.
indeed.
आज एंगल डी मारिया पागल जैसा खेल रहा है.
किसके लिए?
यूरोपा लीग का मैच है ना यूवेंटस का.
हाँ.
This fight is about
किसके क्या?
place with the operators. Guess what?
Tristan को ले लिया भाई.
Right
Main
there,
man.
and then
Jet Dave.
आज तो
making
मेन
a name
मैच
for
है भाई.
himself, honestly, as well as that
मेन.
Korean Jet player of 2023.
Second leg ना?
Twisted has been
second
Old
leg.
Trafford.
an absolute
2-2
demon in this series.
Old Trafford में होगा ना?
Down early. It's going to be quite good for them.
Oh, can't wait
Taking out the
for
final boss.
Rashford to
मॉल्सी को ले लेगा ना. मॉल्सी को ले लेगा. जीत जाएगा.
ये इतना मार्टिनेज इतना शिटहाउजरी किया कि फीफा ने ऑफिशियल रूल्स बदल दिया कि कीपर्स को पेनल्टी के वक्त डिस्ट्रैक्ट करना अलाउड नहीं है. टिक कर.
अरे
The timing
यार
there
मुनिया.
was just
सही है.
so
Yellow
दो
ही
बंदा
देगा
बैक
ना.
स्टैप. दो
dropping
बंदा.
into his Astro form, but now
रेड दे देगा.
बादशाह को उतना तो
Direct run नहीं
नहीं
देते.
चाहिए.
देख सकता है वही रूल बदला है.
बादशाह को.
हाँ.
Sight, oh my
क्या
goodness.
भाई कैसा प्लान
Just
है.
beamed all the way
Three
down,
teams that
nothing
necessary.
covering them as
ये
well
वो
from
रुके
that
ना.
position.
रेड
Both
दे
goals
सकता
had
है.
some of the easiest kills of
हल्का
his
तो कर
life.
ही सकता है.
And out of lockdown. Just
और
layer
वो
after
मूवमेंट
layer.
वाला तो कर ही
Push the
सकता
players back
है.
to
मूवमेंट वाला कर सकता है. वो जो बॉल हाथ मार के
दो बंदा बैक.
Rossi in that 1v3.
Oh, क्या मारा?
नहीं होगा इसकी रस्सी 1v3 कर दिया ना भाई.
He's putting in an impossible task.
नीचे ए चला जा.
बॉम्ब और
पच्चीस
बॉम्ब.
सेकंड है.
1v3 earlier on to give
Flash इधर पे.
first pistol
He does
battle.
not require a
Rossi's
flash.
got the talent.
Fight being taken, but not much time left into this one. Util just
अभी
being
भी कर
dumped
अभी
through
कर
and a
flash.
wall watch
पिक
for
मत कर.
Destrin
फ्लैश
knew
कर निकल
the
जा.
time pressure was on, and 7-5
Eh,
that scoreline. Global Esports fighting back in their own way,
Panic
making
कर रहा
it
है.
good
quite
good half.
respectable.
Yeah, I think that is a respectable
Random.
half. That's
भाई
what
ये
you're looking
क्या
for
plant
from
है?
Global. Apply some pressure.
अपना
If they
smoke
can
नहीं है
come out
क्या?
with a pistol round win and follow up again.
स्मोक खत्म.
which
अरे
was
स्मोकर
four
मर गया
pistol
ना.
rounds, if
Oh.
they can do it, this is still
मिड पे मरा ना स्मोकर.
हाँ. तो फिर वो बंदा मिड पे क्या कर रहा है अकेला.
एडी कॉम्पी खेल रहा है.
वो
खाओ भाई अच्छा से खाओ.
वो कर रहा था लर्क. वहाँ
शेडी
पे रह
कॉम्पी
के
खेल
स्मोक
रहा है
डालने
अकेले.
वाला था.
That is right, Bren and Saisha.
I know,
I've got
yeah,
Rishi
so
with me, the
कभी
co-founder
वो अपना अपना वो.
of Global Esports.
ये
You
डॉक्टर है
waited
by
a
the way.
long time to see your players up
कौन?
on the stage.
इंसू?
You know, how
ऋषि
did you feel
सिन्हा.
to finally see the players
ऋषि,
you
हाँ,
were
वो
down
तो
there
पता है.
supporting them as well?
ओए पता है
Stanford
इसका
का
बंदा को पोच करने वाला था. पता नहीं कौन एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. और ये भाई
I
ट्विटर
love
में
the
पूरा
excitement
रैंट
for them
किया.
as well, all of the GE fighting coming on as well. What do you make of their performance?
भाई
so far?
एक्चुअल
That was
डॉक्टर
really
एमडी.
नहीं एमबीबीएस एमबीबीएस है.
एमबीबीएस. हाँ वही तो बोल रहा है एमडी एमडी.
हाँ एमडी वही यही.
आदमी का डॉक्टर.
हाँ
हाँ.
इंसान का.
कांच का डॉक्टर. अभी अभी ये रोसी का
स्टैनफोर्ड से एमबीए भी करके आया है.
He will
if
fix
you
it.
could, you know, talk to your players
और
right now,
ये
give them a little
लड़की?
bit of motivation.
ये
What would you say to them?
वो बस और.
GE fighting?
Oh my god, that was a
anything
little
else? 'Cause I feel
cringe.
like
A
a couple of them looked a little bit nervous in the
just
beginning, but they're
cringy.
really picking up the pace now.
इंसू कॉलिंस.
I think they're okay. A lot of them have experience on stage before, and the people that I was worried about are Monier and Texture because they haven't played on such a big stage before.
उधर
I think
चार
they're
कुछ.
good. I think now the team is just getting warmed up. They'll be good.
इसीलिए ऑडियंस कम है.
promising me this.
4
You're
बजे कौन वैलोरेंट देखने
If
आएगा?
not, I'll get
वो
you a
भी.
jersey.
Oh, I'll
अपने
take it.
team-
Okay, let's get a
अपना
GE
team.
fighting at home for the fans that are watching.
Okay, perfect.
GE fighting!
GE fighting.
Yes!
And also shout out to the 300 plus people watching at our
जी
watch party in
फाइटिंग.
Oh, okay. I love that. I love that shout out. Thank you
और
so
बस
much for
6
joining
round.
me. I can't wait to see what they
फिर
can do
जी
in the second
flying.
half.
That's a
and
1 lakh
back to
rupee.
Saisha and
1
Brand
lakh
together.
rupee
I
watch.
love
I love that. I love
Actually,
that.
actually it's 90,000 rupees.
कौन सा?
वो वॉच उसका घड़ी देखा तू एप्पल का
रुसिंदर का?
हाँ
The newest smartwatch.
एप्पल वॉच पहना है ना?
हाँ द न्यूएस्ट वन
The most expensive model of the
वो तो साला जा के तू मरने से भी वो सिग्नल दे देगा भाई, स्पेस में जाके मरने से सिग्नल दे देगा।
There's always a risk that they might just falter.
आपका बेटा अल्फा से
Yeah, but heading into this pistol round, it's going to be so
What?
important. I think it's
Alpha
almost too much to
Alpha
ask
century
that
बता
global
रहा।
esports could win 4
Wait.
out of 4 pistols.
कितना किया रॉसी
So far,
7
they've been good
kills
for it. They've
7
had
kill 11
set
death
plays,
6 assists
and I feel
not
like
bad
maybe
At least
बोन
I was
कोल्ड
made
के
fair.
जैसा
on winning
it's
those
okay
pistols.
मोनियट ही है अपना
You know, they
पॉजिटिव
took
मोनियत
up on
हाँ
split.
मोनियत
They weren't able to convert, but that was a
और
difficult
टेक्सचर
situation. They were
टेक्सचर
in a
क्या कर
different
रहे
place
हैं
mentally
टेक्सचर
too.
को स्टेप अप करना
टेक्सचर
पड़ेगा
लोरूपंती
This
कर रहा
one's
है
really
क्या
important.
लोडू है
A lot
रे
of focus being
कौन?
placed now onto this pistol round.
केनो भी
You already see it. Waves at activity.
of course no
Back
reason
to B side
required
twisted.
Oh.
Up close, and there's that nano swarm. Texas
still
just trying to
ये
evacuate
करो,
him.
ये
Jump down,
हमारा
it does fall, but SK
रॉसी मारा है, रॉसी मारा है,
Two
रॉसी
players
मारा,
playing.
रॉसी मारा।
Making it that much more
Rossi
difficult.
मारेगा।
पिस्टल गॉड पिस्टल
मर
गॉड
गया भाई।
पिस्टल गॉड
play.
Yeah, controlling that
मतलब
space.
रॉसी मरेगा
Watching for the flank now.
3v2 3v2
Two players of Vitality.
प्रॉपर टीम वर्क
Don't
चाहिए
go
और
get
कुछ
this
नहीं
plant off. There's not gonna be any
और उसको
pressure.
जाने मत दे दोनों को ले
टोटल एचपी अभी भी उसका ज्यादा है
With the timing, no one really watching that
ले
one.
ले
Now
नाइस
taking the swings all
हाँ of
together.
course
And yet, inside of his form, and finally the
पिस्टल
swings
गॉड
there.
ना
GE
Team
स्पोर्ट्स
captain, the
पिस्टल
IGL.
गॉड
Nice.
Making sure that they can slam dunk. Once again,
जल्दी
another pistol.
नया तो है इसके लिए।
3 year extension जल्दी
Pistols for global. They
अभी
look
टाइम क्या है?
clean
4
in
साल
these
का।
rounds. They just need to
अब
extend it.
चेल्सी वाला कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है 22 साल का
to
कॉन्ट्रैक्ट
the
मारते
rest
मारते
of
बम
the
फट
game.
गया
What a performance. And what a 2K from Rossi as well. This
पहले
was
इसका
really
एनिमेशन वही था ना मारता था ना ऐसे
but
Oh, well played,
Rossi
Aiden.
got
नहीं
very,
वैलम
very
में था हाँ
close.
वैलम में था
They
cannot-
नहीं सीएस में था ना
Too good,
बॉम्ब
too
को
good.
मारता था रेंजन
And Brent,
ये pistol
I
round
know
है।
we've talked a lot about Rossi, but I feel
बॉम्ब को
like he's
गुस्सा
just
मारता
such
था जब किट नहीं
a
होता था
player in terms
दूसरा मार
of
के
his
निकल।
story and his motivation.
हाँ हाँ होता था रे मैं नॉट इवन किडिंग 2014 का बात कर रहा हूँ
भाई ये मैच जीत गया ना थर्ड मैच हारे जीते तो फर्क नहीं
बस
पड़ता
बैक देन अगर किट नहीं
हाँ,
होता था
at
ना
least 2-1 लिखेगा।
2-1 चाहिए
Foreign
बस।
teams.
हाँ।
We never had an
2-1
Indian
any
team to look
side.
up to or an Indian player to
हाँ।
look up to.
लगेगा कि हाँ फाइट हुआ है थोड़ा 2-1 में।
And let's get Rossi was saying, I need to change
try,
it.
nice
Shot
try.
stop
I am in a position to change it.
Oh my
I
God.
need to do it.
क्या फ्लिक
अरे लेकिन
That is
लेकिन ट्विस्टन
that
मारता
speaks, I
था।
think, to
हाँ
Twisted
वो
मारता
थोड़ा
था।
लग था
Rossi's
थोड़ा लग था
approaching this game and
इनएक्यूरेसी
the
पे
way
भी
that
लगा है
Rossi's approaching
हाँ
this
ना।
game.
अरे एरिन पे भी एरिन है तो भरोसा है
So
भाई
winnable.
ठीक है डोंट रोटेट देख वो रोटेट नहीं किया देख तीन
हाँ,
बंदा
हाँ,
होके
हाँ।
भी
We really have been hammering this point at home, but
एरिन इज लाइक आवर घर का क्या
I
नाम
think
था
by
उसका
issues with the infrastructure
ए
as
यार।
well,
मिड पुश कर रहा है मिड पुश कर रहा
हमारे
है
घर का
डबल डोर्स
we have rocks at
खेलता था पहले।
we have rocks at home
एक्सेप्ट
See if they can
we have rocks
Double
at
dose,
home,
दो बंदा।
rocks at home, Arin.
मरा बाजी मरा अभी।
भाई मैसेज ही कर दे भाई
The rest of the
जी
world as well, I mean,
रॉसी को।
Players from
वो लोग फिर से रोटेट कर रहा है अभी
रॉसी
8
को
जाएगा
WhatsApp पे
ये
text करो, रॉसी को WhatsApp पे text करो, आ रहा है
ओ ये लोग को पता है ये लोग को पता है
texture.
क्या
They
सेटअप
know
किया
those
बे
kills over on A and shutting
KJ.
down one of the biggest threats. A 3v5
देखो कुछ।
for Vitality.
हाँ हाँ नहीं
Surely it's
मिलता।
unwinnable.
I mean,
Even
Oh,
with the sheriff.
with the sheriffs. I mean, oh my
Yes,
goodness.
yes.
It's been
Oh,
awkward.
Gulal.
Nowhere
कल
near
भाई
as
कल
awkward as it
कल
has been in the
बोल दे
prior.
इसको
boys,
कल बोल
tomorrow.
सेंडर
Nice,
बोल
nice कुत्ता,
Firing into the util.
nice.
जी जी
Sees the horn,
ये राउंड तो
everything
जी
being
जी
used, Mulsi.
मौसी
how
मौसी
we equalize.
भाग भाई भाग
That's how we equalize.
भाग
That's
भाई
how we
भाग
equalize.
Watching that angle
भाग
down.
भाई
So,
equal.
this time,
Nice shot यार
Global
That's
Esports
Burn that
how we
calorie.
win out.
अरे
An
use
anti-eco
करते हैं
round. Not too much damage being
गन
done.
गन उठा रहा है यार
So
गन
much
उठा रहा
better beginning to this
ओह
half.
शिट
शेरिफ उठा रहा हूँ मैच को
ओए लोटस डिसाइडर है
And if you recall last time,
हाँ लोटस
हाँ।
वही तो बोला
round
थर्ड
two,
में
ओ
लोटस
भाई
है
अभी
Global
अभी
Esports
देख रहा
barely
हूँ
kept anybody alive. And they had to buy up for round 3, so they didn't get a bonus.
अरे ये मजे के
इतना बड़ा बड़ा
Texture
कर
dealt
गया
with these players.
ये मजे
They
के
got
लिए
a
खेल
good
रहे हैं
bonus
तो।
round. So do we see a set strat?
हाँ।
कौन सा टीम स्ट्रांग लग रहा है अभी तक
Can they
पूरा
keep
टीम को नहीं
going?
देखा लेकिन कौन सा
For the
टीम
first
स्ट्रांग
time
लग
in
रहा
this
है
entire
खेलना
series,
बाकी है ना
अभी
अभी
तो
तो
ये तो
players
पहला
have
मैच है ना
Global
ये
Esports
नहीं
नहीं,
नहीं टूर्नामेंट में बोल रहा है ना DRX क्लाउड एंड नावी
नावी ना
A battle
नावी इज टू गुड रे वो बंदा
taking
जो
place just yet, but that
क्या
slow
बोलता है
take of
सुगेत्सु
aiming from Vitality.
नहीं सुगेत्सु नहीं वो सुगेत्सु तो वो मस्त है अरे अरे जो बंदा वो खेल रहा
That
था
util being sent
Shao,
first.
Shao.
Phone call
ओमेन
on.
ओमेन
Just trying to make sure that they've got presence.
Shao,
And this time
no?
the swing timings
शाओ खेल रहा
are there.
था
Space
हाँ
though.
वो
lapping each other. There was potential for that spray down, but the side
अकेला 4 बंदा को लिया.
realizing it's been off
चलो
for
20
them.
HP तो लिया है
Now
उसने.
मैंने अभी ना अभी का मैच नहीं देखा था.
Pushed
वो
all
उसमें
the way
देखा
to
था
this spawn
चैंपियंस
with the
में
rifle
देखा
in his hands right now. And it has
Instant
been cleared trade, it's not there.
Oh,
the trade is still there. The dash back just to disengage.
100 team sentinels
Play with the rest of his team and his high-low setup. Brutal to try and break through texture. In the midst of all of this, the
देखा मेरे पास भी इसके है कॉस्टअप, did you know?
I know too. देख मॉल्सी क्या स्प्रे मारा. Oh my god, क्या स्प्रे ट्रांसफर किया.
इसलिए फैंडम चलाते हैं.
क्या स्प्रे ट्रांसफर किया देखा.
क्योंकि वो स्किन के साथ ऑटोमेटिक
दे अपना कार्ड दे वैसा ही करते हैं.
नहीं रे
जो है वो उठा लूंगा.
Bro, come on.
अरे ये वाला दूसरा वाला हेड कैसे लगा है? मेरे को नहीं पता.
मारा रे क्या ही थ्रू दैट मारा. मेरे बंदा लेकिन जो भी बोल भाई.
वाइटलिटी नहीं जा पाएगा भाई. नेक्स्ट मैच में वो लोग आउट हो जाएगा.
रेडी नहीं है भाई रॉसी.
यार स्लाइड अच्छे से होगा.
माउस पैड जैसा मटेरियल है.
यहाँ
पे
जो लोग पूरा आर्म रख के खेलते हैं ना मेरे जैसा, तो पूरा आर्म को मूव.
तो बस इससे खेलता.
हाँ तो रिस्ट प्लेयर है. मैं आर्म वाला.
बहुत टाइम लगता है ये हिलाने में पूरा मेरे हिसाब से.
Oh my goodness.
बाप रे मेरा फट के हाथ पे.
एरन क्या करे? फुल्ली ब्लाइंडेड बंदा था वो.
ये भाई मोनेट इज ब्यूटीफुल. ले रैंडम शॉट ले.
इसको डोलिश खिलाओ यार.
ये रन एंड गन प्योर ये है भाई.
अंदर जा रहा है. फ्लॉलेस होगा. फ्लॉलेस विक्ट्री होगा. माय गॉड ये लोग टच भी नहीं कर पाए.
अभी सेंटर 3 को ले लेगा नहीं.
सेंडर एस कर देगा अभी. रुक जा.
भाग सेंटर एस कर दिया ना भाई. हाँ हम टकला हो जाएगा अभी. ऑन स्ट्रीम टकला होगा.
मरेगा ये सेंटर अब भी मरेगा.
देखना कैसे मरेगा इसको. ले टाइमिंग निकालो. टकला नहीं हुआ गाइस.
तेरा स्किन चला रहा है.
अभी देख 4 किल लेगा ये राउंड.
मोनियट इज टू गुड. मोनियट इज प्लेइंग अमेजिंग.
मोनियट ठीक खेल रहा है बस पॉजिटिव के साथ.
ये देख भाई साहब.
देख ये शॉट देख. ओह माय गॉड.
दूसरा वाला
जस्ट टेक माय मनी.
ये वाला देख भाई. दौड़ते भाई. भागते मार दिया भाई.
टाइम आउट
यार मेरे को भी पीना है.
जा मुंबई में ही तो हो रहा है.
ऐसे बोल रहे कि
बियॉन्ड गो
हॉस्टल रूम से निकलूंगा मुंबई पहुंच. Anyway, don't change it.
Still, it's worth a try करना भाई. Worth a try.
रेड का क्या?
रेड हाँ होगा. राइट है भाई. कैनो भी स्पॉन्सर कर रहा है नया टूर्नामेंट.
तो रेड है क्या लगा फेस कैम.
This is respectable भाई. It's too good. They're playing amazing.
आपके लिए सेम ही यूज कर रहा है ना. एक ही तो स्टेज है बस कीबोर्ड और वही तो लाते हैं.
कीबोर्ड और माउस एंड माउस पैड.
रेड का है. अरे सच में रेड का है.
हाँ
राइट वो है ना.
राइट है बहुत बड़ा कंपनी है. चाइनीज. उनका डील होगा. मैसिव बाइक क्या होगा.
शायद वो भी तो हो सकता है. स्पॉन्सर भी तो हो सकता है. रेड
स्पॉन्सर ही होगा.
नहीं स्पॉन्सर नहीं होगा. उनका नाम लिख देते हैं.
देख ये नाइफ है ना. ये नाइफ 2550.
हाँ वही तो बोल रहा हूँ. मछली वाला अच्छा नाइफ है.
बहुत सही है.
एक भाई कितना लाख का कैमरा है भाई.
क्या शॉट लिया बे.
Beautiful shot from him, just finding
पुश कर रहे हैं लोग. देख ऐसे खेलना चाहिए. नो ओवरहिट मत कर.
लिंक लगाया है.
And he is going to be punished. And that lockdown texture just mistiming it.
Okay.
Greedy भाई. Rossi greedy.
He's going to get punished because this would be wild overextension for Sender, but they might catch a rotator, retaker.
Yeah, pushing forward, just trying to take this fight forwards as a Prowler.
Oh,
a whole lot of
no.
utility just jumped
And,
through.
Yes.
Once more.
Texture.
Oh my god, क्या खेला बे. Texture.
Let's go.
Korean. Foreign बोला क्या.
for as much as we have been highlighting Twiston as that player, as that guy.
दिल का हिंदुस्तानी जब
दिल का हिंदुस्तानी
गोरा जाट है गोरा जाट
Finally really just showcasing what he can do.
ओह क्या खेला भाई फोर निकाला
इसका कॉन्ट्रैक्ट का सारा ये रॉसी दूसरे वाले को पीक क्यों किया मेरे को नहीं पता
भाई ग्रीडी हो गया हो गया तो यार किल भाग जाना
ओह माय गॉड
लॉकडाउन
टेक्सचर
लगाए भागना नहीं भाई मरेगा
Now that I see the replay, it was not as good as I thought it was.
क्यों
क्योंकि दो बंदा देख ही नहीं रहे
हाँ तो इट्स ओके भाई
पहला शॉट बहुत अच्छा था पर दूसरा बंदा 140 टैग था इसलिए पहला लाइफ में मरा थर्ड गाय देख भी नहीं रहा था
ओह माय गॉड क्या खेल रहे हैं लोग
अरे यार
मनी
ये चल रहा है अपना लोकल जेट चल
इको फ्रैग
मोनियत भाई
4v2
वो लाल वाला फैंटम हाथ में आता है एटलीस्ट 2 किल उठता है पर राउंड में
They have handed
not even kidding that लाल वाला फैंटम increased my average
They
KD
have the players afforded for Vitality to make the most of this one. It's going to have to be again heroics.
देखेगा 4v2 ये हक दिया ना भाई
अभी रॉसी को देखो
ओह बाजी क्या रे क्या हां
बाजी
बाजीगर ने अपना क्या बोलते हैं कॉन्करर्स हाकी यूज किया उधर वो डर गया
जा रहा है टेक्सचर ऑफ लगा
बाजी दूसरा ही एनीमे में
सेंडर डर गया वो सेंडर नहीं था वो डेस्टियन था
ऑफ लगा है
मार साले को
popped off. That's in response to that.
मार साले को
oh my god easy 10-8 come on guys come on
aware of that one, obviously losing prior control of mid in that round, so they have
come on guys amazing
in this map. This next round now going to be
this is
so
too good
for Vitality.
oh my god Moniet
but Global Esports
अगर वाइटलिटी को आउट कर देना ग्लोबल मोनिट खेल रहे थे मोनिट
तीन को लिया
इंडोनेशिया
हां
इंडोनेशिया 18 साल का
dude look at him
हमसे 4 साल छोटा
stepping up to the challenge. Bit of a fight happening in mid here as Global Esports look like they want to pressure with the
texture bhai texture twisted
tip of the spear off.
just able to do that one online apparently.
अभी जेट डिफ कर रहा है वो
ठीक है बैक अप गाइस
आराम से जाओ उनके पास भी लाल वाला फैंटम है टक्कर
अरे उसको लेजर साइड नहीं मिला है फ्लैश लाइट मिला है
हां लेजर साइड नहीं है इसलिए नहीं मार पा रहा एग्जैक्टली
हां टॉस लाइट मिले खेलेगा तो कैसे होगा
हां लेजर शॉट्स को उसको लाइट से जाता है ना दूसरा साइड में टेक्सचर को वो लाइट से
लोग पता है लोग
ये मैंने भी एक बार किया है
4v5
गोली ऊपर चला जाता है कुत्ते के अंदर बैरल डाल के भी गोली ऊपर से निकल जाता है
1 main 3 art
You gotta be kidding me. You can't be trying
to coach on it. Don't worry.
Use any abilities whatsoever. Doesn't even have a dash. Does he
Nice
still want to
मारेगा नहीं
out
मारा
to the open?
It's a great plan
प्लान
spot.
कर दिया
I think the key player to watch here is going to be
अभी
Monya.
टेक्सचर का किल चाहिए
This timing just being taken into mid.
नहीं
Could be a bit of a backstab.
कितना टाइम पे देख रहे
नहीं
हैं
मेरे को लगा था मोनियट वो उसमें वो साइड देख रहे थोड़ा कोच
दीवार के पास
contained just that flank, that one play that was
चलो एक है अभी भी 3v3
Bazzi sticking it does manage to
Rossi
get
on off.
the shots not fired but eventually they do but has enough been done for them. The smoke again
Half
fading
हो गया,
away.
half हो
Texture
गया।
sticking it now with the cloud
It's okay, it's
burst
okay.
eventually
कर रहे हैं
fired
बैठ
off
के
into the cloud burst.
नहीं उधर मोनियट को लेना चाहिए था बट इट्स ओके
A little bit
50
squeaky
पे
that
था
one, but they
दो
do
बंदा
eventually claim it.
ऑफ ले गया
I think
रे
though the
तो
strengths of Vitality's
oh
post
my
Twisted
god
अभी
ट्विस्टन
मारेगा।
लेगा रे
most of the time.
पानी क्या तरह बढ़ते हो
The fact that they control the
अरे
so
करण आज
heavily.
को तेरा
This
को
kill
बोलना
here
भूल
to
गया
me just closes the round out because without any pressure, they have 3 players holding
वो
this
गलत टाइम में
angle,
चला गया फिर
and the
ये
spike is just
उसमें
right
खेलता
in
है
the
भाई,
open,
16
right in
is to-
front of them.
4-3
Unless the
पे
spray
4-3
misses miraculously.
हाँ इसलिए आ रहा ना मैं बोल रहा हूँ घटिया एस्पेक्ट रेशियो है
They've got this. And there's the punish.
Okay,
I was wondering if anybody would try and pull that out. It is such a dangerous position to opt for.
देखा देखा क्या किया
वो हवा में उड़ा एकदम राउंड के स्टार्ट में निकाला
यही तो देखना था यही तो जो कोई नहीं कर पाया भाई
कर देना ये कॉम्प में
हाँ ये सीख लिया ना लाइनअप
ले लिया पनिश किया मोनियत
Dash was just about fading, he couldn't get out of there.
And that was a really bold
ले
angle.
4v4 easy
holding us together Moniet चले अपना फेविक्विक
This lockdown
चल
is
भाई
so
ट्विस्टेड मारिए ना
नहीं फाइट मत ले निकल
नाइस ट्राई तो बहुत एचपी निकाला
Be isolated, jump peek going to be spotting
मैं
him
खुद
out.
तो मर गया ना
Bazzi
खुद
has
नहीं
to
मरा।
bail him out
नहीं
here.
मरा।
Util.
इससे तो
There
बहुत
we go,
एचपी
swing
निकाला
is just perfect.
लेट्स गो बाजी
Down against the wall.
क्या टीमवर्क था बे
Global Esports was showing that discipline,
3v2
but
साइट
have offered up
साइट होल्ड नहीं है
entirety of A now. This lurk timing extended.
तो नहीं है पर वो उनका भी बंदा नहीं है ना साइड एक ही बंदा है साइड पे
Back of A.
अभी दूसरा आ रहा है
दो जन बी पे चला जा भाई
ओह हो गया साइट होल्ड साउंड आ गया उसका
Position is
पता
compounded.
चल
हो गया समझ गए लोग
There's something going on here.
इनके पास आइट है बाकी इसलिए का वही प्रॉब्लम और लगा दिया
Yeah, I mean, just right down into sewers, watching it. Timing!
Retake
Needs to be
also?
the trade. Bazzi contains.
shit.
Pushed into the corner. The position is no one.
10
The flick of the
seconds.
wrist
Oh,
is there, but
shit.
is there time?
ये नहीं
That is the
है
question.
रॉसी मार दे
He's going to be sprinting all the way with a knife out now.
Rossi has
टाइम
nade.
टाइम
And it's not really planted. A
Why
quick
not?
tap of it right
Try
out into the
kill
open.
that.
It should be a slam
Gun
dunk.
out, gun out.
Indeed it is.
Let's
SK
go,
Rossi.
Rossi.
Safe hands from him.
रॉसी
So that 11
2 more rounds 2 more rounds
now
guys
here for
come
Global
on
Esports. One
अरे
step
भाई लाल वाला
closer.
क्यों फेंक दिया
रॉसी डज नॉट बिलीव
अभी रिकॉन से राउंड जीता है अभी देखिए फर्स्ट पड़ेगा
ओह ये क्या शॉट था बे
This roster, they were intended to play with bronze.
यही तो शॉट सब देखने के लिए हम लोग देख रहे हैं भाई
सीधा घर में दिया उसको
But they had
वो ऑफ कर जाता ना
उसको हाँ
टेक्सचर
वो लॉन्ग बॉम्ब लगाया था सीधा इंडिया को फ्लाइट पकड़ा दिया
कोरिया
वो
और
इंडिया
दूर
आएगा अभी तो इंडिया आएगा ना
नहीं कोरिया जाएंगे कोरिया में बूट कैंप रहेगा
वैसे टीम के साथ इंडिया में ही खेले
इंडियन प्लेयर्स भी कोरिया जाएंगे
नो मेड इन इंडिया नहीं है सर मेक इन इंडिया
मेड इन इंडिया बट डिजाइन्ड इन कोरिया
सैमसंग है तो
टाइम आउट लिया
लेना पड़ेगा भाई वीआईटी को टाइम आउट 30 सेकंड्स का टाइम आउट है मतलब सांस लिया पानी पी रहा है पानी का बॉटल है उधर आउट
मैं तो वही सोचता हूं यार कोच आधा स्टार
ग्लोबल बोल रहे रे वो भी पिंक और ब्लू में तो बोल रहा हाँ मेरे पास किसी ने फ्रिज रख दिया यार इतना सारा रेड बुल मैं 20 कैन रेड बुल कैसे पीऊंगा
और ये लोग का माइक ऑफ रहता है ना और ऑपोजिशन का माइक ऑफ रहता है ना
एक दूसरे के साथ बात कर सकते हैं
नहीं मतलब कोच का बात
एक मेरा माइक हो जाएगा भाई मेरे को यहां से
बस टाइम आउट जब टाइम आउट लेता है कोच तभी वो बोलता है
नहीं मतलब ऑपोजिशन भी बात कर सकता है कोच के साथ
हां दोनों टीम बात कर
फिर तो सही है 4 स्टॉपेज मिलता है ना
नहीं दो पर
नहीं मतलब पूरा टीम का
हां पूरा टीम
And with Twiston having the hero rifle,
oh they're playing rush करेगा अभी
He's going to be trying to carve out a path for them.
अरे यार गलत रीड हो गया
Tries to go for the flick now, being pressured. And Cinder wasn't watching the right angle still. Texture is under a lot of pressure right now, just being flooded in. And up trap position. Still, how does he claim a second?
3v3
हो गया दो को ले लिया वो मैंने
दो बंदा पीछे से यस दो बंदा एक साइड एक मिड
एक
साइड में
Destrian has an
It's called दो बंदा साइड
he's going to stay alive, but he can't stay.
मैंने कहा ओह नाइस हो गया खत्म
कर दे भाई
एसके भाई
एसके
बोला था वो लाल वाला चला रहा है
ठीक है ले एक जन कर दे
डिफ्यूज
ओके एक जन सपोर्ट दे राइट नाइस एसके रॉसी विद the final shot
मारा रे
मैं बोल रहा हूँ
फैडिंग
oh my god they are playing so good और ये VIT का मैप था
एक वही हमारा मैप पे तो हम 4 राउंड जीत के आ रहे हैं
Defense is so impressive on this map. 4 out of 4 pistols won. But also,
सही है एक और बॉयज
oh my god
गणेश गंगाधर
हाँ गणेश गंगाधर और चौधरी नहीं खेल रहे चौधरी खेलता ना भाई माच बोलता हूँ क्योंकि हम भी बंगाली है that's not
भूल
racist
जाऊंगा नहीं तो look man I am not equipped for this
and I have no idea what can happen on Lotus. Don't even.
okay ये लोग रश करेगा
Big clash of being made.
Massive fight being taken, and the flash is good for it. All the players just out of position.
Bhai,
SK
calm
Rossi,
down,
he's
calm
swinging
down.
wide right now. He's being forced back and forth. Flick of the wrist, it misses. Texture doesn't land the shot. This is painstaking right now. They've already lost it, but it is now 1-for-1.
Down, bhai. Oh my god.
clear ही कर
just
दिया
chill.
है इतना।
सही है 4v4. ट्विस्टर को ले लिया और अपना बेस्ट प्लेयर
मोनिएट भी तो गया है। मरेगा ये?
नहीं मरेगा ये लोग ओवरपिक नहीं कर रहे हैं। गुड प्ले गाइस। दे आर रोटेटिंग आर्ट। देख सेटअप देख
आर्ट बीसी में क्या इसमें जीत रहे हैं क्या ये लोग?
नहीं ये लोग सुन रहे हैं। आर्ट पे देख ओ लवली क्या खेला बे। ओए
Split them up. SK Rossi right into the corner. Does he realize finally spots it? Spike dropped down and now to reswing. Reset it.
Rossi.
This country
That's why he's the
represented in
That's why he's the Rossi.
taking them all
That's
the way
why he's
now.
SK.
In this series.
Oh my god, Rossi, come on. Vitality, too easy, man. Too easy. Dale, next man.
Robida in the house.
Oh, ये लोग स्क्रीम्स खेलता है, by the way. ये लोग स्क्रीम्स खेलता है. मतलब स्पेसिफिक टीम्स अपने साथ स्क्रीम्स खेलता है तो और स्पेसिफिक टीम्स का
रॉसी को फैंटम चलाना किसने सिखाया था? तेरे साथ बात कर रहा है बीबीसी पे। मैं बोला था लाल फैंटम ले, लेजर साइट होना चाहिए। Then you get shots. You don't need to aim anymore.
Oh god, क्या मैप है रे? लास्ट मैप देखेगा ना तू लोग?
लोटस है भाई, लोटस। इसके रॉसी का देखा है?
चल। Oh my god, 4 किल भाई लास्ट में।
अर्चित कौन सा रेजोल्यूशन है इसका?
Oh my god.
मेन्यू का आधा दिख ही नहीं रहा उसका। कटी क्या है?
हाँ, too easy हाँ। हंस साले, हंस साला।
ये हंस
मैन बन लेके हंस रहा है रे। Cannot believe his guts. The audacity.
अरे भाई।
They're not Zinchenko, as in the words of Zinchenko, they're not laughing now.
Headshot.
हाँ, कोई इसको पूछा था कि
Oh, texture too good.
वो बोला था कि स्टार्टिंग में जब हम लोग
इसको देख
था कि अपना टीम बोल रहा था कि we will get in top 4, पर मैंने बोला था no, we will win the title. They were laughing then.
God, he was cooking. कितना लिया kills?
पॉजिटिव केडी है लास्ट में उसका।
पॉजिटिव केडी
इनिशिएटर में चलेगा।
लास्ट में थोड़ा लास्ट से ऊपर आ गया ना।
too good
वो सारा मैच अच्छा नहीं खेला था। मैं ये नहीं बोलूंगा कि बहुत खेल पा रहा है। 14-15
नहीं अच्छा खेला। सारा मैच नहीं खेला बट बॉयज
अभी हार भी जाए ना, आई वोंट फील बैड।
हां, एटलीस्ट 2-1 हुआ।
2-1 बाय वाइटलिटी। ओह माय गॉड, क्या खेला रे। ओह, इसके बाद 100 थीव्स का भी है आज।
रॉसी ने 18 मारा, 18-15-10।
आज नहीं होगा, कल में होगा सर।
नहीं आज ही होता है, बहुत रात तक होता है। तो कितना बजे अभी?
4:30 बजे लास्ट मैच शुरू होता है।
4:30 बजे खत्म होता है।
शुरू होता है थर्ड गेम।
हाँ, आज होगा पूरा।
100 थीव्स एंड ईडीजी का 4:30 बजे
तारीख तो करता है रे।
हाँ, तारीख तो करता है वॉच पार्टी।
8 घंटा 9 घंटा का करता है। बंदा खेलता भी है उसके बाद। Let's go Rossi, my main Mac.
उसको पैसा मिलता है उसका।
Man.
The problem is we are paying for this and he's getting paid.
तू कहाँ पे कर रहा है?
It's time. Hello India, GE fighting.
कॉलेज के लिए पे कर रहा है, इंटरनेट के लिए।
Hello India, I'm from India.
पे कर रहा हूँ मैं।
हाँ, वो बात है।
Oh God, क्या खेल रहे रे? रुक देखने दे। Rossi, 4K Rossi spooning. क्या बोल रहे रे? I wanna cry. बद्दुआ।
एसके रॉसी का हेडशॉट परसेंटेज सबसे ज्यादा है।
कमेंट सेक्शन है, देख क्या देख रहे थे। भारत माता की जय दिख रहा है। टेक्सचर गुड। जॉर्ज लास्ट मैच भाई पीके एमकेबी लिखा। किंग स्लेयर
वॉच पार्टी में तो पूरा शॉट मार रहे होंगे ये लोग।
ओह माय गॉड, क्या खेल रहे
हैं गाइस। मैंने इस राउंड 8 शॉट मारे थे, इसलिए हम लोग जीते।
देख क्या
जा रहा है, जब तक मरेगा नहीं।
पाकिस्तान को कौन लाया भाई पीछे? पाकिस्तान को गाली मिल रही थी।
Fuck Pakistan, #we are GE fighting.
टेक्सचर इंडियन प्राइड लिख दिया ना कोई ट्विटर पे। कोरियन है वो।
Indian pride. I guess he's made in India. Assembled in India. Made in Korea.
It is
Assembled
why
in
so
India.
quiet. वो भाई बंदा हंस रहा था रे वाइटलिटी का कोच
अभी नहीं हंस रहा ना।
और हंस तुम रे हल्के में ले लिया रे अपने को।
अरे कहाँ है रंजन कुछ बोल नहीं रहा बीच में मेरे को चुतिया बोल के चला गया।
That was enough, I guess.
बद्दुआ ओपी ओए बद्दुआ लगा मेरे को भाई इंडियंस का बद्दुआ इज बहुत डेंजरस।
My eyes may wander but my heart comes for you GE।
हम लोग बद्दुआ बचपन से देता है ठीक है बचपन से। This is too easy for us।
पंडा वैलोरेंट कर ले हो?
शेडी से सोलो क्यों कर रहा है?
अच्छा है ग्राइंड कर रहा है।
He's a grinder। He's a reprimander।
साथ
किसके साथ +4 कौन है? शेडी?
वीसी में नहीं है।
वो नहीं वो दोस्त के साथ।
क्या खेलना है हम लोग को? खेल लेते हैं।
नहीं हम खेलेगा हम देखेगा मैच।
अरे 5 लोग नहीं होगा रे कौस्ता तेरे बिना।
नहीं देखिए भाई मैच देखना है तू देख रहे लास्ट में
अगर आएंगे
आरुई आ जाएगा ना।
हाँ आरुई आएगा तो
लास्ट में देख लेते हैं।
हम देख लेगा भाई लास्ट में उसके बाद
And I believe in SK Rossi।
जब तक लास्ट में खत्म होगा टाइम हो जाएगा सोने का।
फर्स्ट हाफ में उसका नेगेटिव केडी होगा।
एस मारेगा।
This too good।
रॉसी एस मार दिया ना खत्म भाई जो हाइप होगा अभी।
रॉसी एस मारेगा अचानक से is better than tens।
Obviously is better than 10।
वो तो है वो तो पूछने की भी बात नहीं है।
तो केवल है कि पॉजिटिव कैरी किया है वहाँ पे 10
भाई too good भाई हम बोल रहे हैं ना
10 मारता है।
कितना 30 किल तो हर मैं भी जाऊं माउस लेके ऐसे उल्टा खेलूंगा मैं ऐसे
लेफ्ट हैंडर खेलना। मैं बोल रहा हूँ लेफ्ट मैं बोला ठीक है चैलेंज करते हैं लेफ्ट हैंडेड खेलूंगा क्या इंडियन लेफ्ट हैंड कर दिया।
क्रिस्टियन भी अपना पैर नीचे ढाल दिया भाई ऐसा खेल रहा था ना उसको ऐसे पेल रहा था। क्रिस्टियन पैर ऊपर रख के एल जैसे खेल रहा था ना लाइक।
ये तो प्योर इंडियन है एकदम रंजन जैसा ही दिखता है रे।
Oh no रंजन पर्सनल शॉट भाई नहीं टू बी ऑनेस्ट उसका लास्ट नहीं वो जो इंस्टा में लास्ट पोस्ट किया ना उसका हेयर स्टाइल और इसका हेयर स्टाइल एकदम सेम
है ना एकदम स्प्लिट अपार्ट सलमान खान फ्रॉम तेरे नाम।
फिर उसका लॉन्ग हेयर कट है इसका थोड़ा कम है।
वो ज्यादा साइकोपैथिक है ये थोड़ा
नहीं दैट इज टू गुड। नहीं वो
भाई मैं सोच रहा हूँ भाई कि लाइक सलमान खान वाला तेरे नाम वाला हेयर स्टाइल कर लूं मैं।
कर ले भाई
I'll bring it back into style
कर ले भाई तू काम में देरी क्यों
स्प्लिट नहीं होता वहां से।
हो रहा है थोड़ा सा
एरियन भाई एरियन
वाह याद आया मत कर
मोनियट वाज ऑन पॉइंट कर दे भाई कर दे शुभ काम में देरी क्यों।
I'll bring it back into fashion ऐसी लड़की पटेगा रे मेरा।
That may be too late।
फ्रैंकलिन पर जाएगा कर अंदर से कोई नहीं है ना Achilles।
क्या बोल रहा है सुनने दे।
Constantly coming away with 3Ks, 4Ks. It was
मोनियत का बात कर रहा है।
And here's the thing, right? One of the things that we were really highlighting, especially in the split game, Mimi, was the pistols.
Yeah.
If they were able to win an eco, maybe there's a chance here. And they were able to find that success. And how big was that for them?
I mean, it was fantastic 4 for 4 thus far in the series, but this time they were not choking away to those rounds with the Sheriffs. It felt like they cleaned up, particularly in that second half. If Split was defined by a lot of unforced errors, the nerves, your first time on stage, this map was kind of defined by GE warming up and showing us what they can really do.
And that just goes back to our interview there with Rushi, what he said. He said in their scrims, they do often drop that first map, they start off a little bit slow, and then they heat up, and then they take the scrim from there. And that might just be what we're looking at.
Yeah, and you know, also, well, the pride of India, right at the end.
Pride
of
of India. SK Rossi.
Doing it.
They're talking about SK Rossi, guys.
And I'm sure everyone in Mumbai was watching.
Mumbai, yeah, Shiliguri be watching.
This young man, we know the skill is there, Mimi, and this was the moment where I really felt like, hey, SK Rossi, welcome to the VCT.
Yeah, again, look back at map number 1. He was whipping some easy shots on the stage. Comes into this one, and
Apna bhai, Moniyat and SK Rossi.
But also from that watch party. party that you're talking about, it means so much to the Indian fans. This is the first
So
time
much,
that
so
entire
much. You have no
subcontinent
idea.
of so many millions of people
After that
has had
word.exe,
someone to represent them at an international Valorant
this
tournament,
is so
and it is
huge.
paying off.
Yeah, it is a wonderful thing to see. But let's go ahead, though, and move into our last map here. We're going to map 3, folks, and it's going to be Lotus. We've been talking a lot about Global Esports Nation in their moment. But let's talk about the fact that Vitality were flustered coming out of that game. And now you're going into an unknown commodity yet again with Lotus.
I mean, it went from easy breezy, you know, shrugging, saying, like, I don't know what these guys are doing. You know,
come on, guys, Lotus start hone wala hai. Come on.
Looking completely lost in that second half. But now we go to Lotus, and we have to once again say what is going to happen.
Prime Gaming Agent Select is about to take place here, and you see what the players have hovered before. Harbor from Destrain, maybe? That could be nice.
Oh, I would like to see that one out of Destrain. It looks like if they do go through with it, it would be a solo controller answer to this map. For GE, they're going for kind of a simple look. We see this on a lot of maps. The Omen there as a kind of the double dive with texture on that
Destrian
jet.
bhi
But for the
bahut
other side,
silent killer hai.
Vitality go for
Destrian.
the fade raise. They're going to be
And
good
of
on
course,
their defense
Malsi.
at gambits. They're going to be good
Malsi's
in stalling
on
out,
point.
retaking with that harbor wall as well.
Aur kaun hai? Aur
But
kaun
it's a
hai?
solo controller. A lot of pressure is going to be on that harbor player.
Sendrian hai, Sendrian.
Well, here we go, folks. Map 3. One more to decide who moves forward in this competition. Let's go ahead and send it right back over to Brennan Sideshow. Hope you guys are having a good time.
Certainly am, yeah. This series is delivering so far. And yeah, this final map going to be deciding who moves forward and who goes home. Between Vitality.
That's a 6,000
so far,
rupees.
back and
6,000
forth, honestly.
rupees.
And now we're heading
mouse.
to Lotus, honestly. Even more unknowns.
वो Logitech का G503 या G505
I suppose
कुछ है,
Vitality from the off season. But now we really don't know what to expect.
I mean, just
सस्ता ही है भाई वो लोग.
You can look at how
हाँ
you
मतलब
expect the
6,000 is
work,
not.
but
It's a
we've
good
seen a range
investment.
of different comps have
Mouse
a
की
lot
तरफ
of
से.
success on Lotus.
And it's a new
So I
mouse.
don't know who to give the advantage to us.
Logitech का.
A lot of early pressure, it looks like, from Global Esports towards A main. There's going to be a
Okay,
fault line
one
there,
cold.
nice and early through the connector.
ये attacking map है.
The goal of this is just to try and contain this space towards A main. An instant response though, look at this.
Okay,
Vitality
तीन बंदा
willing to
B.
pivot.
तीन बंदा B.
Control of
B
B main
जाएगा.
actually, and
Oh
now
my
going to be using
god.
the wall to just
ये strats
rotate
देखा
all the
तुम
way
लोग?
around.
सीख ले ये strats.
Try and claim a free side onto C. A lot of util being
B
dumped
जाके
into the
C
back,
जा
just
रहे
to
लोग.
clear it out, making sure that if anybody is there, they're going to be
ये तो करता है
scurrying
भाई,
away,
हम
but
लोग
it
भी तो.
is going to be afforded now
हम
a
लोग
free plan, but it's
नहीं
flank
हम लोग
timing.
वो route.
Oh my goodness! Punishing this one still.
सही है,
Running
सही है.
backwards, backpedaling from Sender.
Nice, one
Yep,
yet.
was good, caught onto him there, and now this pressure is really on them. Sender needs to come up with the goods and just can't quite deliver it.
Bomb drop है, bomb drop है.
Awkward fight there, awkward
Nice.
engagement. The spike's been dropped down.
Nice.
Bomb drop
Vitality were getting
3.
ahead of themselves. They took
Twist and
complete
बाकी है ना अभी.
control of the
Twist and
connectors
कर
at the back
देगा
of their
भाई.
spawn ahead of
नहीं
time,
करेगा.
thinking that it was just going to be offered.
दो बंदा उधर ही है. CT है.
How did they get the spike back now?
अच्छा hold किया.
Lovely, lovely. ये लोग को पता है कोई overpick नहीं कर. ठीक है ये लोग को पता है किधर है.
The side now.
Yes.
Just swinging all the way through. No
Yes.
fear whatsoever. And that consistency that we've seen time and time again from Global Esports, winning another pistol round.
Yeah, another one. 5 out of 5 pistol rounds going the way of Global Esports. And on top of that, I feel like the way that they're abusing the frenzy is giving them so much success. A lot of frenzy usage in these pistol rounds, and the big flank there, catching the planter completely unaware. And Vitality had no idea that they'd given up their own spawn. And I'm not even worried about this round. I probably shouldn't say that.
Yeah, what a way to curse it.
But I'm not worried about this round because Global Esports, since Pearl, just feel like they've fixed that issue.
Flooding through
Oh,
into
ले
it.
लिया भाई
Drop
Destrian
down to the
को.
corner.
हम लोग ऐसे नहीं खेलता.
Look from Bone Cord, he can do some real damage here. Okay.
I'm worried.
इसको support कर रहा है भाई Kratos.
G Sports of course भाई अपना.
Gonna get the entire
इसके बाद
से बोल रहा है.
media on you as well.
अपना मोनियत को support कर रहा है.
It wasn't my fault.
तो Tristan को support कर रहा है भाई.
Kills are offered up.
Tristan
भाई,
भाई
अब तो
Tristan
कर रहा
बहुत
है
ओपी खेल
Tristan
रहा है. Tristan को ले लिया.
3 versus
3v3.
I should say, and now slowing it down a
ओ
little bit
भाई
here for
साहब ये
Vitality,
कहाँ का है?
but
मंगोलिया का आदमी क्या?
waited
C
out.
आएगा ये लोग. B जा रहा है.
His composition is
हाँ भाई
usually
बोल
gonna
दे भाई.
have a lot
कोई
of
बोले ये लोग को.
यार कोई एक्सपीरियंस करो इनको.
हाँ भाई कोई बोल दो भाई वो लोग.
हो गया रे हो गया कान.
So, Global Esports should have
मुझे पता नहीं
opportunities to
सके
get
किसी
much
में
better
भाई.
retakes early in the half compared to later.
अबे
The question is just whether, you know,
come on go
send a
see
headshot
go
or
see go
Bongo
see
finds a pick.
एक तो है बंदा लो
अबे ये साइड खाली है, प्लान करना तू सब क्या कर
Any
रहा है?
idea whether Vitality have pushed deep?
ये लोग को पता चल गया अभी
Miles
Content it all the way up. It's always awkward, honestly, retaking the C site when you don't have any control of the inner workings of the map, the connectors, because you really do have to clear everything carefully.
ठीक है fight ले
Pushed up. See Aaron making sure it's a slow and steady approach here, just trying to link up with the rest of his team from waterfall.
Time is going to tick, but Vitality again have no util, so no post-plant ability.
Flash to push them through. One player holding at water there. That's Bone called to the back. They want to fight this one, and the Sheriff's in their hands. Anything could happen. Run and gun in action, but Aaron going out the fight. Dropped down to 17 health, but
2-0.
as clean as we've seen, at least from Pearl being able to convert those anti-ecos, but it does get converted nevertheless.
There was no need to
Surprise to be lured from losing the round.
There was no need to be worried.
Phantom ले ले यार रॉसी का.
It's fine.
रॉसी का Phantom ले ले क्या कर?
But yeah, global esports really important that they convert that one.
Oh man, VC पे नहीं था ना.
For them to hold on to.
most attacker sided map at lock-in 63% attacking round win rate
But Aaron
overall
was there solidly the whole time, and he pulls
Here's the
through
thing.
another pistol. Just
पहला
like
4
he
का
did
राउंड में
to
पता ही
Split.
नहीं चलेगा कौन जीतेगा it can go to any team
See what happens here with this next round. So Global Esports not opting to buy into the rifles. It's a much weaker buy from them, just continuing the bonus, keeping it going. See what they can get done. A lot of util being used though, and that flash. Oh my goodness!
Twiston
Up close, corralled into the corner, slowed all the way down. Twiston making a Vandal look like a phantom. One yet though, up close. Oh my! Trigger discipline, just can't quite find a second shot.
Could have been everything, couldn't it?
Makes it dangerous for them though. Jump peek, SK Rossi takes it.
Rossi.
It's a bit of a martial moment.
Rossi मारा.
Quite good by the way.
Any damage done here,
Don't underestimate
ओ
Rossi.
भाई B ये लो
Rossi could give his team
सही है
a
रीटेक
phenomenal
करना
advantage in round
सेव कर रहा है सेव कर रहा है.
ओ रीटेक अकेला रीटेक कैसे करेगा भाई हम किधर देख रहे हैं
100 HP है वो भी.
Rifle in his hands right now with his Phantom. And he should be playing for the kills, like you said, Josh.
Yeah, I think he wants to be playing pretty aggressively. I don't think saving the rifle here is the right move. But looks like he just wants to take a cautious approach. And that's going to let Twist and Bone Cold Multi, that's going to let those guys off the hook.
Yeah.
ठीक है
Not willing to give them potentially any easy kills. Multi is 2 away from his ult, so
Yeah, there's
try and
always,
play close to it.
there is always a risk reward.
Yeah, 3 away from Bone Colds and Twisted, so
And there's a lot of ways to play for ult ops on this map. But still, okay. SK Rossi taking the safe approach there. A Vitality, that means that they're going to be able to get a decent buy. But I think this breach flash, where you just saw Twiston follow up, that clearly was not accounted for by Global Esports.
No.
So they need to adjust to that.
उधर कौन था रे मोनियर था ना शेरिफ का एक मारा फिर हक दिया
नहीं पहला शॉट हक दिया फिर पैनिक में एक को मार पाया
उस टाइम वो था ना उसके पास फ्रेंजी
देता ना या फिर फ्रेंजी होता जैसे
हाँ फ्रेंजी होता तो 2 ले ही लेता
दो गोल ले लेते
या फिर दो तो लेना चाहिए था उधर
पैनिक एक को लिया पैनिक जो किया था उसके बाद
Bazzi, I should say. They are once again pushing up off the back of this drone. Now they did this quiet around, so it should be contained in a way. And look at this Vitality. Oh, they've got all 4 of their players ready for the approach, but it is just an absolute slaughter back and forth.
I don't think they were expecting as many of the global players to be there. Vitality called an immediate pivot into C. But that's the game plan from Aaron. He wants them to run into the nano swarms.
Look at this angle. Operator in his hands texture. He's holding for it. The clearance isn't good. Oh my goodness, the spacing just good enough. Still a bit of damage done there through the Warbone Cold. Dropped down to 5 health.
Literally 1 HP.
Damage is being done
उसको पैर में लगा था ऑफ शॉट
too much paranoia play.
Nice, ये तो 1 HP.
ये
तो 1 HP. इसको थूक देगा तो मर जाएगा ये.
Down into that 1v3.
वन को ले क्लच कर लिया ना.
नहीं करेगा
Really pull out all the stops to be trying to win this one, and it's just not possible.
ऑडियंस तो आरएनजी कर रहा है
So Global Esports, really good options, really good ideas as they're heading into this defense side.
Let's go 3-1.
Fantastic.
Buy round में मिल गया.
The triple stack from Global Esports on one side of the map, driving the Vitality players into Nanoswarms and the Operator on the other side.
Oh.
It's really good. And also, the small mistakes that we were seeing from Global before, where they would line up and give easy spray downs,
my
not be there,
God.
supporting each other. a lot of that has gone away.
Odin,
Almost all of it.
Odin,
And
इसके राशि किधर है?
भाई ओडिन का स्किन लेना पड़ेगा जल्दी।
नहीं नहीं।
नहीं है क्या तेरे पास?
मतलब है बैटल पास वाला।
है तो कुछ तो है। ऑडिन तो कभी नहीं चला था। इसको बाय करके भी दिया सस्के ऑडिन।
I feel disgusted.
कैन तो हुआ है।
Oh, so देख support दे रहा है, देखा तू support.
I mean, that thing can seem like paper. Still, the fight needs to be taken. Got to be careful. You don't want to give away too
Rossi को
much.
help करो।
नहीं रे।
Dodge that flash, and as he does, it creates that opening.
It's the same breach flash ruining Global Esports.
Push करेगा B. Erin.
Oh yeah.
Erin, पीछे दे।
That one connector. Prior fight being taken, lurks his way in.
एरिन का एक्सरे ऑफ था अरे यार
टेक्सचर में मरा।
Texture's doing a lot, just very disciplined there as he just tries to slowly pick up onto this angle, even a crouch peek as well. Nade pushing them back. I think if you are Global Esports, just want to be saving the weapons that you got here. Don't want to be giving away the operator.
Yeah, if they can play exits, that would be beneficial, just to keep damaging Vitality's economy. But this map, you can just exit everywhere.
It's a lot offered for them, but just to talk about
ठीक है
this
तू
round, it
दो
actually
बंदा
ended up happening as well. A
save कर
recurring
रहा है, ठीक है
thing
ठीक
we
है।
see, like you said, Josh, that breach flash that's not being
चल
dealt
भाई
with when they
save।
fight over that A main control.
It's
I think
devastating.
Vitality's comp is much better at fighting for that early A main pressure.
They have a lot more utility that they can throw into that area. Yeah.
दो बार पुश
And
किया
also,
वैसे और दो बार ही
I feel
मरा।
like whether it's
अरे वहाँ पे
नहीं मतलब
जगह बहुत
फ्लैश
खराब
करेगा
है।
तो कैसे बचेगा वो?
and it might be something where Texture wants to pre-cloud burst the area.
दो बंदा
just
पिक
so
कर रहा
they'll-
है एक
yeah,
फ्लैश
just to
पे,
block it
मतलब
off so
3
that
बंदा
when
है
the
उधर।
Flash pops.
कैसे ही
Doesn't have to
जीतेगा
worry
ये?
about it. You just saw it there in the replay. Blooms
That angle
really
never
high
works.
in the
और भाई
defender's
इसको एरिन को
sideline,
पता चलना चाहिए था
but you could
पीछे
cloud
बंदा
burst
है।
it. If you can predict the timing of it. It's difficult. Or
एकदम
alternatively,
पीछे
have
आ जाना
somebody
चाहिए
play
था, इन्फॉर्मेशन चाहिए था।
from kind of the inside position so that they're anti-flash. And they can swing, but the angles are awkward.
So we step outside.
मार स्पैम कर।
Round 6.
क्या हो रहा है?
मेरा अटक गया रे
Oh, that's
घूम रहा।
twisted. There wasn't too much else behind that one. Maybe just a little bit late with
That's
the
why
stun
he's
that
the
should have
GOAT.
been coming, but
That's why he's the
ट्विस्टिंग को ले
goat.
लिया, ट्विस्टिंग को ले लिया।
क्या रॉसी ने मारा?
नहीं वो टीपी कर लिया।
a lot of wallbang angles on this map in particular. Saw Cloud getting good usage of it actually.
You look at Sheriff is more
Guardian kills, but
precise than their gameplay.
interesting round because the ultimates are building up on either side. A lot of tools.
The
to
sheriff
work
is
with. You might
basically a
stand to
vandal if they
see
see
some
them first.
हाँ मतलब headshot is
3
enough.
players on the B side, and if Bone Call gets his breach ult in
They're
there,
comfortable peeking a vandal sheriff के साथ.
एमएन कोई पुश नहीं किया।
it is a tiny choke point though, so risk reward maybe not
की
quite in
करेगा ये लोग?
Vitality's
उनको पता होना
favor.
चाहिए। हाँ पता चल जाएगा केजी है तो।
Used here seems
Too
strange
good.
to me because Aaron's still going to be able to back up and pop his nano swarm, so
It's quite interesting.
Oh.
and he has a counter lockdown. So
Oh,
is
lovely.
this all just a fake to hit B
Oh,
with
मॉनिया
the
अच्छे
breach
से।
ult or the knife
आदमी
ult?
क्या हो रहा है इधर?
So there might be a pivot. in
Domestic
play yet.
violence,
Isn't that
let's
ball?
go.
Moves them back. No more
Let's
audio
go.
cues for Monyet. There's a rolling thunder. That's used in response. Global Esports pushing them back, but still pushing their way through. Aftershock into the corner. Could be causing it to be a little bit more awkward, and time is running so damn low now. The wall's still
Nice
blocking off these sightlines. Plan's going to go down, and
Oh,
no
left
one
there.
really disrupting this up close to the
Nice.
wall. Texture does cover it.
What a shot.
Nice.
It has to be heroics. It has to be now. One after the other.
Nice.
The double swing, not
That's why
spacing
he's the-
themselves out, and it is just crumbling before them.
और ना
इतना अच्छा निकाला भाई वो बंदा दो को ले लिया।
To at least turn that in their favor.
चार को
अबे
लेके आओ।
The
यार।
same errors we were talking about in map number 1, just rearing their heads there.
Oh, and that's a 4v2. A
4v2 ले
retake,
लिया
I think,
भाई।
where it all just fell to pieces. Texture did such a good job at hitting the first one
Oh
onto
my
Destria.
god.
But then this kind of crouch peek play from Buzzy is no bueno.
Not too good.
Lina,
Set Sender up for a 4K.
Oh my god इसका फट रहा
Holding
है।
on, and Vitality now powered up.
Come on Vitality को हराओ। बद्दुआ दो।
बोल किया था कमॉन वाइटलिटी।
बद्दुआ दो इसको।
Texture one away from his blade storm. It's a heavy stack
स्पैम में
over
मत
towards
मारना
A.
टेक्सचर।
This time,
तू ही
they're
होप है।
willing to fight over some of that A main pressure, so they've realized the mistake prior. They're like, okay, well, we don't really have to
A
use
पे
Tilt to
stack
go
तो
pound for
किया है
pound
ये
and try
लोग,
and fight for
ठीक
that
है।
control, so we'll give it up.
If they can sniff out the A stack though, the rest of the map is so weak. So from Global's defense.
ठीक है ये लोग नहीं तो रहा देखा ये स्ट्रैट
This positioning being played by Aaron. I mean, he was behind just the
वो
back of
गेम
Sam
प्ले
there,
करेगा वो हमेशा मारेगा
has to give it a
वो
bit.
वाला
Doesn't look like
करना
it's
है
all being used as
मेरे
the
को अच्छा
frontside
नहीं
peek.
लगता
हम ट्राई किया वो एंगल
Spike
कभी नहीं
is
होता मेरे से
returning over to A.
मतलब लगता है कि हो जाएगा बिकॉज एक ही तो
Global
एंगल है
Esports haven't moved an
But
inch.
वहाँ पे रहना लेके खेल सकता है बस
I think.
जेट भी होगा तो मुश्किल है निकलना
हाँ
Bit
एग्जैक्टली
of util, but revealing a couple of these players, fault line.
ठीक है ये लोग ये करेगा
as
लेकिन
well.
बी जा
Okay,
सकते हैं
the
लोग
pivot
बी
to
जाएगा
B
लोग
here makes
बी
more
जाएगा
sense to me, I think.
Yeah, a lot has been showcased so
B
far. I
जाएगा।
think Global Esports making
और
it
लोग को
quite
पता है
obvious that
B
they
जाएगा
stacked
लोग
this, so now into B. Should be a
B
free plan,
push
yeah, especially with the cove. It's going to be blocking any potential damage. Obviously, the position isn't even there in the first place, but playing for this retake, I think narrow sight lines, narrow
वो
angles
बस
as
गन
well.
ही नहीं है
Conceded the pistols, getting a bit of work done. Dart pushes the players back now, and Vitality feeling the pressure. It's definitely on. Shorty right up close, and Personal still twisting. Lurks his way around, and no one is dealing with this guy at all. Shorty in play.
क्रिस्टियन भाई बाहर में
It's
जाते
going to be that slam dunk. Looking like it could have got a bit dangerous, but no. Vitality win it out. 4 players remaining alive.
at least एक kill मिला
And I think at this point in the game, after 7 rounds have been played, Vitality should have a really good read of how Global Esports are playing their defense. And this is where a good attack side caller or a good coach is going to be able to give you a lot of other good ideas for the rest of the rounds. And something that strikes me is that
ये
Twiston
क्या कर रहा है
hasn't been
क्या
double
कर रहा
blast
है
packing into C.
इतना
कुकिंग का कुछ
We
कर रहे हैं
saw
यार
players
क्या
do that
बताऊं
a lot in some of the previous games of Lotus. I mean, Jing comes to mind, but there were a bunch
टाइम
of
आउट लिया
them doing
नाइस
it. But he has his Razor. There's only really been Aaron holding the C site early on. I feel like that's incredibly abusable. And Global Esports have taken a timeout here, but that also allows Salah to talk to Vitality. And I'm concerned because Global's defensive plan doesn't look too bad, but they're putting a lot of resources into fighting A lobby, and they're still losing that. So that weakens the rest of the map whilst not even allowing them to hold A lobby. Yeah. It's not like, it's not a bad idea, but they don't have the tools to really execute the plan.
One of the best looks that they have showcased so far, at least, is putting that operator in the hands of Texture. Because honestly, one of the weaknesses of Vitality's comp, I will say, is that this Harbor, this solo controller, you can't smoke just A main and fake that you're pressuring A main. So an operator is really powerful from long sidelines.
Counterpoint. What if
16,
SK Rossi on
14.
Sova ops?
I mean, that is okay. Hello, India, I'm ready for it. Let's go. I mean, sure.
जितना का whatever
Very
16
unusual. He's
14
probably going to have to send out a recon dart early for some control and then operate. But I mean, look at Vitality. I think they're going to go for the play that I talked about. Double blast pack with the Razor into C.
Util being dumped through, so control of A. Immediately pivoting. They know that they're pushing up a lot of the player base. You can see a lot of the
ओ भाई
हारवा
घुस
देना
भी गया बंदा
a bit of utility through, and now you see it reckoning in a showstopper. Great combination. Clears out the side entirely. And this ult is a little bit
Really
awkward
early.
there from SK
Oh,
Rossi.
lovely.
Yep, dashing away just to avoid that showstopper rocket that was flying right towards their spawn. But
And one of the problems is, I mean, if SK
नहीं
Rossi
रे,
as
पीछे
the
देख।
plant was going down, then maybe they don't get that one off.
oh my goodness, the
उसको
lurk.
उसको दिखा
मोनियट पीछे देख ले
A bit hidden, isn't it? Monyet.
मोनियट
Will he be able
मोनियट
to be aware of this? Not quite. Sender's reflank has just been
Edit.
brutal for them. Backstabbing them.
Let's
Moving
go,
forwards though, Aaron
Edit.
does deal with this one. Now how does this retake happen? A lot of util. Aftershock into the corner. SK Rossi moving up. Has the operator. Does he suspect the player? His close time is running low. Texture trying to stick this now. The raw spam, the random spam. Trying to go for the quick scope. Half onto the defuse. No one's dealt with
NT
Twiston. And he was just that extra layer that they needed.
Good execution from Vitality. Nice post-plant play as well. And Global Esports finding it very difficult to retake with an op in the hands of Rossi. And kind of
come on
setup here makes it really difficult.
भाग रहा है रे
That post-plant
ये
spot
तो
that is
पूरा होगा
miles out in the open. And they're able to get that plant down because there was nobody on C. They're leaving C open super early in the rounds. I think you're probably going to see something similar here from Vitality. If they try and go towards A and they meet too much resistance,
तीन बंदा को ले लेगा स्टन से
They just want to fight over this one. Again, the double flash is up in the top corner. This time, no texture. He does have the blade storm, and yet backing him up. Paranoia now, going to be ripping through, and it does handle a couple of the targets. All that util being dumped forwards. Going to be
ओ
able to
भाई
win out
बंदा
this
बी
fight.
घुस गया
Question is, can they fight and
बंदा
climb over
बी
this next rifle? Destrian's there, just trying to take the battle
एक
to
को ले
them,
लिया भाई
making it awkward.
Yeah, they trade a kill but get 2 rifles for it, so it's still good.
3v3, 3v3. Come
Double
on.
Vandal, 3v3 retake. Vitality are favored for sure, and they've got nice post-plant positions, but it's winnable for Global Esports.
एरिन पे HP है, एरिन को देना चाहिए था.
ये जीतना चाहिए भाई वो लोग.
Yeah, it's revealed on a headshot angle though.
नहीं, एरिन पे HP है ना, तो उसको उसके बाद वैंडल होगा तो ज़्यादा यूज़फुल होगा.
Again, starting to run low. These post-plant positions. They gotta know that a few players there holding
अबे
it.
किधर देख रहा है भाई?
Someone needs to start sticking this. Where are the protocols? Where are the layers? A tap onto the spike, but it's just so difficult to try and win out now. And left up to Aaron.
देख एरिन ही क्लच कर पाया रे. मार
Claim a
पाया.
rifle in the middle of all of this one, but another round tallied up now for Vitality. They're going to be the
टीम वर्क ही नहीं है.
on the board.
एक बंदा उधर देखेगा और एक बंदा लेफ्ट पे देखेगा. एक एक ट्रेड लेगा. वैसे खेलना चाहिए.
Change up the defensive setup. And you can't just do the same thing every time and expect it to work. With Vitality, you've got the read. I think you need to be putting pressure.
DRX भी बहुत एक्यूरेसी के साथ खेलता है.
अरे DRX 2-3 साल से एक साथ खेल रहा है ना, सिनर्जी है इनका कहाँ है तो एक महीना ही हुआ.
इसको देख भाई, इसको देख के मैं इतना गुस्सा आ रहा है.
इंडिया टीम मतलब इंडियन प्लेयर को क्यों हटा दिया भाई?
है इंडिया. 4 बंदा था मतलब अभी नहीं है.
दो ही तो बंदा है इसके रोस्टर लाइटनिंग का.
अरे टेक्सचर मोनियट भी तो इंडियन है क्या बात कर.
4 बंदा है, 4 बंदा है.
This is a new team, and I'm sure Aaron's
इंडियन है क्या?
scrambling to come up with the adjustments early.
Goodness, Bazzi, given the timing, you can't still be taking that fight though.
नहीं पता
Away with
मेरे
the
को.
aftershock, so early kill found.
टेक्सचर इंडियन है.
Pretty vital target as well in the form of Twisted, but instant rotation now by Vitality.
हाँ,
They noticed that the
चौधरी,
utility
चौधरी.
wasn't being used. All they made. Turns out they're not playing.
अरे मैं टेक्सचर का बात
Rossi
कर
gets
रहा हूँ
some
यार.
really good mid-round information, and that drone spots at least 2 of the players.
And there's 3 players ready to defend A.
एक्चुअली 2 जन है लाइनअप में इनका.
देख देख देख.
Operator
Oh
makes sure
my
pushing
God.
forwards. That's a risky maneuver. And he missed the shot. Yeah, mistimed, risky timing. There's a gap into the smoke. The spam is just not being afforded, is it?
होने से
No
इधर का ही
angles to
होगा
really
भाई.
play for, and the operator's going to be salvaged.
कोरियन है, 2 कोरियन है, 2 इंडियन है, एक कनाडा का है.
Another day.
2v4 नहीं कर पाएगा.
और एक इंडोनेशिया का है.
I think one of the big things
अरे
that
मेरा
Valorant's
नेट
done
नहीं चल
well
रहा.
here is
सेव कर
make
रहा
his
है.
team quick to react to things.
हेलो.
When they realize that there's pressure in one area of the map,
क्या
they're
कर रहे
very
हो? तुम लोग
fast
खेल रहे हैं?
to
आ
immediately
रहा है
group
आ
with
रहा
everywhere else.
है.
चलेगा.
They're not trying to play the clock, they're just trying to play the rotations.
वो खेल भी रहा है.
Make sure they get easy
ना ना
access to sites.
देख रहे मैच.
हाँ क्या?
Global Esports have
मैच देख रहे
changed
मैच
the
देख
way
रहे.
ओ वैलो खेलेगा वैलो.
Vitality
नहीं
over
खेलेगा. हारू आएगा ना?
that sloppiness came back
आएगा
into
तो.
their play.
हाँ तो
हाँ
खेल.
फिर हो जाएगा.
Trying to play retake there.
Hello.
Maybe it's different if Texture ends up landing a shot. This could be really dangerous. With the no
क्या
scope,
fight ले रहा है
he
वो
can't even
भी.
save the weapons into it.
तो अच्छा पीछे से आ रहा था.
Absolutely brutal. Not only do you lose
Gem
all of your
time,
weapons,
gem time.
Vitality didn't
समझ
have
गया
to
भाई.
use
छोड़ दे भाई. मत देख
their
भाई.
breach ultimate or
समझ गया तू.
their kill
क्या
ultimate.
हो
They
रहा है
still
भाई.
have 2 enormous
हो गया.
tools to win another
हो
round.
गया भाई. हो गया भाई. समझ गया.
C and B, you know,
हो गया.
wherever
Lost
they wanna use
of
them, maybe
मारने
it
चला
was
गया
1A.
रे.
There are just so many options on this
Yeah,
map for how you want to work the ults.
steadily gaining a lead.
डिफेंड में
So the
बहुत
map has
प्रेशर
found
होगा
itself to be
मतलब
quite
अटैक में ये
attack-sided
लोग
so
को.
far at lock-in.
मैं बंद कर रहा हूँ.
So I
Four
guess
four
Well,
कर
I
देगा
suppose
भाई.
for Global Esports, but
how many
हो
sites
गया.
do Global
मेरा
Esports
देखना
need?
खत्म.
Four
हम
in
भी
the
चैनल
pistol.
चेंज कर रहे हैं भाई.
4 in the pistol, I think.
नहीं गई.
We'll see. Still early days, still a new map, a lot of unknowns, but half bite. That's what Global Esports have been forced down to, and it's pretty obvious this pressure. That's a paranoia, but doesn't catch all of it. And the Horn has to be dealt with, which resets the aim of Texture. He can't even get a kill out of it. Nano Swarms. Down low into the corner, that nade. Aaron forced out wide into the open. Doesn't pay for it with his life. Could spam the common angle, but no, there's a cove in the way, so even the bullets would be blocked. Quite interesting though, he has managed to lurk his way into a slight timing. But all this util, just slowing him down. Lovely siege just to delay this one. Phone call as well. Right at the back. Angles are being watched for and played for. Even that lockdown, but no, they just wade right into that common angle.
And I think at this point, the defensive ideas are reeking of desperation.
Yeah.
Global Esports with an attempt at a sand crunch, but no one was pushing on C.
Bit half-baked.
Very half-baked, yeah. Needed more time in the proof and draw. Sad deflated. But if Global Esports can get this round, their dominance in the pistols might be able to carry them through to still making a map out of this. but it's the same idea again, the same pressure. Let's see if the breach flash from Bone Cold works.
Yeah, already to flash over the top. Texture dashing forwards. There is a dart in play. No one was dealing with this one. And yet again, okay.
Bazzi used his ult
element. Yeah, that was an ult to push them back. I mean, have to use the smoke, I suppose, just to plot the course all the way into B. You can see the players have already taken up all this space. The spike, though, out in the open. Bazzi just needs to contain this. But they could be anywhere right now. Nightfall now being used for a fight towards A main. Smoke's going to be fading any minute now. And a fight being taken and won right now. Global Esports. They shut that one down. Have to be aware. Bazzi backing away. Peak timing. Twistan's position known. But now it's all down to center.
1v4.
Still, looks like it should be an easy one for Global Esports.
Yeah, I think the spike being down made all the difference. Like, trade offer. We take A, you get the rest of the map. Normally not a good trade, but when the spike is down and there's nowhere to pivot,
that's nice.
Global Esports have the advantage. Good double face, making sure Sender doesn't have a crumb of it. And they're 4-8 at the half. Could this still be winnable for Global?
The potential is there. And like we said earlier, it is a bit more of an attack-sided map from what we've seen so far at the tournament, but probably going to need the pistol round as we head into that second half. That's going to be the big question. But before we even get into any of that, the first half is done and dusted. Let's send it down to the desk to break it all down.
Thank you so much, fellas.
To be
And
fair,
it was definitely a great half there for Vitality, especially at the closeout, Mimi. I mean, just undefeated until we got to the half.
Yeah, GE really struggled to shut down on their defensive side, and I think a lot of that came down to the read on the game and the way that they were playing towards A
as well.
In, I think, like quite a few of the first 5 rounds this half, we saw this squad going for a lot of these early long fights, but against the composition that has been brought out here for the side of Vitality, it's really difficult to win that. You have the harbor wall to cut off the team, you have those breach flashes to re-push in, and then if you ever lose that fight, you're leaving so many of these gaps that Vitality's mid-round was really good at exploiting.
Yeah, I mean, the mid-round movement that we're seeing here from Vitality has also been fantastic. Just getting a sense of where these players are positioned from the side of GE. You saw that shift. It was a thrifty attempt coming through from GE. They're all stacked up on that A site, and they just get a sense of that. Immediately cut through, get onto B, get that plant down. It was fantastic for them. Do want to take a closer look, though, at Twisted, who has been impressing. Wasn't sure how he was going to look moving over to the Raze. I actually had to flip back, and I saw that this is his most played Asian, actually, of all time, overtaking his Jet. His Jet looked very, very good on that first map. Was curious to see if it was going to be him or Mulsey picking it up, but so far he's had a pretty strong performance on that attack.
Yeah, and on the defensive side, the gambits you can have with this Raze is really good. It's, again, going to be a stronger comp at fighting A long. You can fight early space in B. You get a lot of value out of that nade. But here is where push comes to shove. GE, they've had a great series thus far. They have debuted, proved that India can compete on the international stage, but they're on the precipice of going home. This is where it matters most. 5 out of 5 on pistol rounds thus far. They need to win it again here. This 6-1 will be the most important.
If they can get the 6th, it would be monstrous. Bren making a mention of how so far in this tournament we've been seeing a lot of success on that attacking side. Let's see if that still remains true here for GE, and the pistol is the way that it all kicks off.
Yeah, they had found that magic in map 2. Now the question is, can they claw this back and pull off something I don't think Vitality was prepared for in this series? Let's send it back over to Brennan Sideshow.
Let's get back into it now. Final map of this series between Global Esports and Vitality, culminating in quite the display. And there's that stat again. 5 for 5 so far for Global Esports with these pistol rounds, and now potentially one of the most important ones they've ever played coming up.
Almost looks like fake pressure towards A, but they are going to follow the flash recon play, at least initially here. Follow play, at least initially here. Vitality have taken sand, so a bit of a flip in the map.
Yeah, deep position there onto C, and that's pressure being, again, just flooded through now into this B site. Sender, this smoke is just a little bit off in terms of the angle. Tried to take an early fight, doesn't know if they pushed him. Backed away, the plan's gonna get off, and this repush, they don't quite claim too many more kills, but Destrian falling is a big one.
This is wonky now, though, because Vitality control every other part of the map. They're going to ambush Global Esports.
The reflank, the post plants, there needs to be some plays being made, and guess what? Munyet steps up to the plate. Hands him an easy kill in the form of Bone Cold. Aaron's reflank is everything, but doesn't buy this time, just backs away. One bullet, and it does the job.
Oh, flanks on flanks for Global Esports.
The IGL just doing the most right now for them. Last player known, Twiston is finished, and That's 6 for 6, a flawless on the pistol round. Beautiful stuff, and it sets off Global Esports on the right foot to try and get even in this final map.
Even if Global Esports end up going out of this tournament in the first round, I think they've showcased that their pistol rounds at a minimum can make matches happen.
Yeah.
Eraser, the head coach, and Aaron, the IGL, have cooked up some really cool stuff. The post-plant flank there was good. The push into spawn was a nice idea too. It's not simple. There are layers. Okay, are they aware that Twiston went for this push before? Because Vitality are doing the same thing again.
Close stun. Bazzi looks like he wants to clear it. Yeah, stunned up. That was a crossfire.
Good work.
Almost taken off the head of Bazzi, but yeah, they show a lot of patience with clearing that one.
We saw Carmine Core run the same kind of play with XMS and Navira. And that one worked a treat. So good play from Global Esports to clear that out. What is this? The Harbor Circle of Doom.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of angle, I suppose, that the player could be wading in and out of, but Paranoia rips across, so doesn't seem like it's going to be too troubling for them. There we go, nice and easy. Another flawless. Prime Gaming at that, and keeping all those weapons going.
This is an opportunity for Global Esports to have a really dangerous bonus round, because they have just hit them with the Prime Game and flawless.
Too good.
I feel like
guys, keep it on
any
point.
opportunity the global players have to get their confidence up is going to be dangerous for Vitality. We saw that momentum build on Pearl.
ये लोग ब्राजील है क्या? No ना? Mumbai है.
Obviously the halves flipped here. Global now has to do it on the attack side rather than the
Maybe
defense.
Brazil, because
this is what they're going to be careful of.
Brazil
This comp is so good at punishing this, and look at that, the nade was actually landed intentional for any sort of player that might be TPing behind that wall.
Yeah, it was actually a C's nade as well. There was a crazy lineup from Mulsi.
Yeah, so that's a set play, anticipating that Munyet on the Omen would be TPing across, but no one deals with a haunt. Lights him up through the wall, and it offers that easy kill, but they do get the one for one.
spam karo wo box ko.
And I think this breakable
Always
wall
spam.
is such an interesting dynamic on Lotus. Whoever controls this A segment of the map probably wants to break that wall that connects into B. So the Vitality players don't have any info about whether they could be going through to B. They're having to hold very passively in the 4v4. And from our point of view, we see that Sender might well be under a bit of pressure.
There's a dart, bounces into the back of the site. It's going to be broken, and there is a wall in the face of some of these players. An instant pivot now, though, moving their way into B.
Another gorgeous lurk timing,
Remain and Aaron, wow, it's just watched for.
A second too early.
Yeah, the timing just slightly off, and this util, the Bone Cold is just offering out to them, is doing quite a lot. There was a cove to block off that angle, but again, feels a bit awkward once more. A bit of panic maybe just being injected into this round, and Sender, he could just anchor this fully for them. Turret dealt with right at the back, the Nana Swarm making sure that he can't be pushed. And it's down to SK Rossi, but Sender again, just that off angle. Perfect crosshair placement.
Damage done though on the bonus, and remember that is the goal for Global Esports, is to keep Vitality's economy honest. And I think they've done that. There's going to be, you know, one of the players has to rebuy armor, the other two are on light armor. It keeps things suppressed on the Vitality side.
Such a good.
But you do have to be putting important rounds on the board, and this is one of them. Can A-Ring get an ult orb and get some kind of lockdown play going, perhaps? SK Rossi with an operator, the attacking Sova op. I haven't seen this since Prime Wardell days.
And it works out, I suppose. Listen,
there we go.
Angle watch, Sender, either trying to go for a jump pick or what, we'll have to see that in the replay, but now he's seeing all this pressure onto Bone Cold. No one was watching that angle but the dart. Reveals his position, and Texter's good for it.
Come on, plant.
Slightly just moving around there. Sight going to be gained.
Another good plant position. Oh no, Bazzi actually forced to go for a safe plant here.
Yeah, it drops back now, and you're seeing this lockdown being used. Attack side lockdown. Global Esports looking to see if they can get this space, but it's contacting in. Fight being taken. Twiston opting into this. Oh my goodness, and the fault line, Twiston. Oh my word, did he get detained there? Looks likely. Just couldn't quite satchel his way out of there, but there's no punish. Still, the plant goes down. Leaving Twiston alive might be a costly error.
But it is a safe plant, which is a bit more difficult to work with. You can see Aaron's in a spot to swing up
into the corner, Prowler as well. Monye needs help. He's going to be TPing away, actually. Just backs Now, control of water is going to be so important to just hold this one. Sees into the back, double swings there. It's beautiful. And the Seas catches onto two, just lined up. Vitality. They cannot be stopped. And moments like that just getting so dangerous. I said it. Twiston was detained, but they just did not want to try and push it to punish.
Yeah, maybe that's going to bite them. But, I mean, the Vitality's retake there looking so good. That duo that has just been so stellar in this match of Twiston and Mulsi. The duelist duo, if you want to call it that, but obviously Mulsi playing Fade here. But the way that they're syncing these things up.
ऐसे fights ले रहा ना, ऐसे gun fights ले रहा ना, it's always to their disadvantage.
They have got such great synergy
it's
between
not their
them.
shots.
Magnificent.
And that puts
angles ही खराब है. इसको देख. इसका चेहरा देखता है भाई जब ये लोग हारेगा.
Terrible stuff. I mean, pistols in hand, and SK Rossi.
Vitality won't reach. Not even मतलब next match में ये लोग out होगा. इतना गंदा.
Pushing forwards, it's a heavy take towards the front side of B, and any attempt of a punish is just offset immediately, losing two players. It's a pivot though. Global Esports moving forwards, and still the rifle in the hands of Rossi needs to be the playmaker. But a difficult site for them to take. Fault line into the back of it. Plan position is there, but the wall blocking them off. They need to move past this. Playing forwards deep onto the site. Rossi wins the first duel for them. First step of the miracle plan. Tries to take the second with a wider swing. Dealt with. Flash timing ever so off. And Bazzi, with just a classic, there's only so much he could really do.
I love that play with the Harbor Cascade. Destrian using the Cascade and the push out of B is so good there. It blocks off the long sight line where you might be able to get punished by somebody in spawn. And it also, if someone tries to swing through it, they're slowed. So it's really difficult to help this player that gets stuck on the right.
And
Texture tries to help, but he's just so labored and slow. It's like going through molasses. Global Esports are going to take a timeout here as they ponder what to do. Now, SK Rossi's hero rifle hasn't hurt their economy too much here. Texture still has the Blade Storm available. So Global are going to be able to get a full buy. But if they don't win this round, it is game over. It is goodbye India. So this is the round that everything hangs on. And it's brutal, man. Yeah. Even if Global get to a plant, all of the retake ultimates are available for Vitality. I don't know how you cook up a favored round situation here for Global.
Seems so difficult. 6-11 being that scoreline. Vitality on the cusp. Being able to take away the series, take away the map. No room for error for Global Esports. And that's what this timeout is aiming to achieve, seeing if they can cook up a plan.
I think it has to be around Texture. If Texture is going to be using his knives, you want to put him in a spot to capitalize on that early on. And so either you want to be dashing him on top of the bank on A, playing inside his smoke and then swinging out of it with a flash, or I think you want to be sending him fast into C with an updraft dash and seeing if you can overwhelm Sender. I think those are the two best options for getting value out of your Jet.
There's no way.
But, I mean, you look at the positioning on the mini-map and this looks almost exploratory towards B early on. Maybe they're planning to use a Cloudburst and connect with their C players?
But again, SK Rossi has been afforded this operator.
It's strange, isn't it?
So much faith being placed into his hands.
But it's not just faith. It means that he's going to be disconnected from his team and can't use the recon or the dart to set up Twiston. They're splitting their win conditions, and it might be a compromise that hurts them.
Moving forward, slow and steady. It's the name of the game in a Rolling Thunder. They want to punish this one, and SK Rossi, the nade into the corner. Can't move anywhere, still alive for now. Where's going to be dealt with? And he is finally the spray down.
Vitality grab hold of the tempo, never allowing Global Esports a moment to imprint their pace on the map.
There needs to be an instant response here from Global Esports, and you're seeing it.
Yes, I clear
players walk forward. Arian, a critical kill for him. Late lurking into mid, finds his mark.
He's been good on them, hasn't he?
Bar kill, side ka bar kill.
They don't have C. And it's a better plant position now.
What is the play here? One yet. So close to the smoke, just about to fade. He's pushing forwards into it. And it's the running gun. They're just trying to fight them deep into the play. A dash forwards to try and disengage here. Yuto being held, a bit of running gun, and somehow Aaron wins that one. It is so damn awkward, but it's down to that 2v2. Low rocks the sideline, Cove as well. It needs to be spammed for. The Blazestorm just not catching it, and Texture forced to spam, forced to try and find the fight, but he can't do it. Stuck all the way through. Vitality find themselves now.
इसलिए Harbor is a good agent. बंदा लोग को पता ही नहीं है भाई. हम उस दिन Harbor लेके टॉप फ्रैग कर रहा था, फिर भी हम गाली खा रहा था बंदा लोग से.
Any mistakes from Global Esports and they are gone. The buy doesn't look its best, but they're still going to have rifles. One last desperate run for global esports. But Vitality look like they've done the important work already.
Yeah, I mean, this is them in the driving seat and more. 3 big ultimates to their name. The util combos this time lay it into A main, doesn't grab any kills. Dash forwards, Manel actually sticking this ultimate as well. He's deep into the back line. Position's known though, Multi's going to be backing away. And he does dodge that paranoia, but it's creating an awkward timing right now. What does Multi want to do, holding the edge of this smoke? Meanwhile, Global Esports not wasting any time with this kind of pressure. That's going to be the aftershock, pushing them back out of the way. Fight needs to be taken right up close and personal. It is traded though, but still Vitality going
Texture.
pound for pound. And it's all down to Texture. A 1v2 to keep his team in it. Just to try and survive. Texture up in the side, dashing forwards, dodging that showstopper. He knows where the positioning is. Spike in his hands, a tap of the plan, needs to force the fight, but a doubled up position is there. Vitality safe, hands for them. 13-6 to the scoreline. They have sent Global Esports home.
Okay, इसको देख, twisting को देख. Next match हारेगा.
Global Esports definitely made them work for it, but it is a win on the board for Vitality. I think both teams demonstrated some really cool stuff in this series.
Okay, bye guys.
Vitality's split looked really well thought out, a lot of good